right, what up? What's going on? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Jay, what's good? We already got Jay in the chat room. What's going on? So today I'm gonna be talking about how to stop being a nice guy in the dating game. How to stop being that nice guy dude. You understand? But before we get into all that, make sure you guys get your tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Okay? Make sure you get your tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. You guys can go to mrlocario.com, or you can go to basically go to mrlocario.com, because when you go straight there, you can get the tickets. You feel what I'm saying? So you can make that happen. So make sure you guys get that. Also, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, and audiobook. Okay? You can get the ebook, hard copy, and audiobook of How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day. Make sure you get your copies today, guys. Okay? And also, if you get the hard copy, you get the autographed copy. So you get an autograph of this book when you get this book. You feel me? Man, so today I wanted to talk about how to stop being the nice guy in the dating game. Okay? How to stop being the nice guy in the dating game. Because what happens, I put out a video the other day where I was talking about, you learning how to be more attractive to women. You understand? And that video was targeted, I should say, to the nice guys. What up, Chrislyn? What's going on? That was targeted to the nice guys. And so for a lot of you guys out there, you have this nice guy mentality, this nice guy energy. And that is what's going to fuck your situation up in the dating game. What up, anytime, nigga? You guys are just, screen names are hilarious. So what I want to talk about real quick is how to stop being that nice guy. See, and this is what first people have to understand. When we talk about being a nice guy, right? We're not talking about being a good person. We're not saying don't be a good person, right? That's what gets people confused, because guys will say, well, I am a nice person. Why do I have to be an asshole to get a girl? You don't have to be an asshole to get a girl. You don't have to act like a dick. You don't have to be on some bullshit to get a girl or to get girls interested in you. You understand? When we talk about the nice guy, right? When it comes to the dating game, the nice guy is the guy who does and says anything to win favor with the girl, to make the girl feel good. He doesn't really have his own personality. He's just being what he thinks the woman wants him to be. So this is what we're talking about when we're talking about the nice guy. And also the nice guy is the opposite of the bad boy. I actually talk about this in my Bad Boy Seminar, which all of you guys should get. Go to mrlocario.com and get the Bad Boy Seminar DVD. Or you join the Bad Boy membership and you can watch the DVD there. Right? So there's a difference between the nice guy and the bad boy. The bad boy is the opposite of the nice guy. The nice guy is the opposite of the bad boy. You feel what I'm saying? Moving in Silence was good. McCann, what up? Dreaded P was good. You feel me? Crazy. You say you didn't get the notification? It's weird. YouTube, I don't know what be up with YouTube sometimes. Because sometimes, you do shit, and they don't send you this shit. Like, there's this one channel that I used to watch. I still watch him. But it's this dude named Glendon Cameron. Shout out to him. He has this channel called Hustlers Kung Fu. So he talks about, like, stepping up your entrepreneurial game and all that shit. And I used to watch, I watch this joints all the time, and then all of a sudden I noticed that I didn't see his this description anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, because when you subscribe, you see people's shit. I didn't see his shit. And then one day I was like, wait a second, what happened to this dude? I typed it in, and he's still doing videos, still got shit popping, and I'm just like, yo, like, what the fuck is up with YouTube with that bullshit? So yeah, sometimes that shit goes, that way. You feel what I'm saying? But what I wanted to say is, as far as the nice guy shit, the nice guy is the opposite of the bad boy. So the bad boy is just basically the dude who's honest, who's being himself, who's the guy who's just doing his own thing. You feel what I'm saying? That's the bad boy. The nice guy is the guy who's pretending to be a certain type of person in order to get women to wanna to fuck with him. You understand? So in order to stop being that dude, you just gotta be more honest when you fucking with chicks. The problem is guys are scared to be honest when they fucking with chicks. You feel what I'm saying? He said nice guys have no boundaries. Exactly. So what happens is a nice guy, he'll just do shit because, he feels the girl wants him to do that, or he feels this is the way to get her. Excalibur, he said, what if the nice guy isn't pretending? What if he's actually that nice? And see, that's a good question. The nice guy is always pretending. Always. Right? Let me tell you how. Because by the very nature of what the nice guy is, he's being dishonest with himself in the interaction with the woman. Because he's sometimes trying to not offend the girl because he thinks, oh, if I say this, I might offend her, and then therefore she's not going to like me. So he's pretending to be a certain way so he doesn't offend the girl. Every nice guy, right? Every nice guy is trying to get ass just like any other guy. They're trying to get sex just like any other guy, right? But what does the nice guy do? The nice guy, he doesn't mention sex. He acts like he doesn't want to have sex. He acts like he's not like these other guys who want to fuck. You see what I'm saying? So therefore he's pretending. He's pretending to be nice. He's pretending to be this guy that's not like the other guys. You feel what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying, that, the way to not be that nice dude is just to be honest. So if you chilling with a girl and she wants to do something that you don't want to do, don't do that shit. If you are talking to a girl and she says something stupid or something that doesn't make sense, don't humor her and make it seem like, oh, she's making perfect sense and she's so witty and smart if she's not. No, call her out on some shit that she's talking about. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be scared to do that shit. So, and of course there's a time and a place to do certain things, like, you don't want to get into an argument in certain situations when you're dealing with the chick, as far as you trying to, sort of create a situation where sex can happen. But what I'm saying is that the nice guy, he's always trying to make sure that he's not offending the girl, stepping on her toes, or whatever, and all this other shit. You see what I mean? So you got to get out of that mindset. You feel what I'm saying? Zohan, you said women don't like when you call them out. It doesn't matter if they like it. The point is that you're doing it so it's separating you from the guys who she sees as the nice guy. You feel what I'm saying? So and I think that's the thing that guys need to understand, is that a woman doesn't necessarily have to like you to want to have sex with you and fuck with you. What a woman needs is she needs to feel you. You understand? She needs to feel certain emotions when she's fucking with you. So it may look like she likes you because she's trying to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? But the thing is that a chick will fuck a guy who she can't stand because he, inspires certain feelings in her. But the nice guy doesn't know how to do that. In fact, a woman can tell when a guy's being a nice guy. You feel what I'm saying? So she sees that he's sort of tiptoeing. She sees that he's not being himself. She sees that he's trying to impress her, and that turns her off because she's like, who is this guy really? See, the reason why chicks fuck with bad boys a lot is not because some of these guys, they can come off as jerks or whatever. It's because the bad boy at one moment will seem like a jerk, and the next moment seem like a cool motherfucker. Then the next moment he might seem like a jerk. Then the next moment he seems like a cool motherfucker. The nice guy is nice all the time. He's one way. He has one fucking tone to his whole situation, which doesn't come off as realistic. Zohan, you saying so you got to stir the pot instead of maintaining the calm? No, you don't got to stir the pot. What I'm saying is this. Don't do anything that's inauthentic. That's all you really need to understand. The more authentic you are, the better your situation is going to be. And also you need to know how to read the situation. So you want to be able to have a conversation with a girl where you're just being honest with her and letting her know what you think about this and think about that and going back and forth with her. But you also want to read the situation, because let's say if you're saying certain things, and let's say you're trying to have sex with this chick or whatever, you might be saying certain things that might offend her, right? And ain't not really necessarily wrong with that. But then let's say you keep going and you keep digging, and then it's getting her, like now she's starting to get uncomfortable and starting to act all weird and shit. You need to be able to read the situation and know, okay, well, let me back up a little bit because she's getting a little too sensitive, right? But what happened is you initially let her know what you about. You feel what I'm saying? You initially let her know what you're about. You initially let her know that you're not the type of guy who's just going to agree with everything she's saying because you want to fuck her. You understand? And that's what makes a woman attracted to you, because, you know, you're coming off as different than most other guys. You got to understand, a lot of women, most of the guys that women encounter are the nice guy type of niggas. You feel what I'm saying? The type of guys who know how to kiss butt and suck ass. That's the type of guys that a lot of women will come across. So when they come across a dude who's, you know, like a guy who's like a alpha male, a guy who's that bad boy type, that makes her want to fuck with him more. Zohan, you said, so it's okay to say no sometimes. Exactly. In fact, you should be saying no sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? But you want it to be authentic. You don't want it to be like you're just saying no to say no. You understand? You want it to be, I'm saying no because I actually want to say no to this. Like I remember I was with this chick, and she wanted to do some shit, and I didn't want to do that shit she was trying to do. So I said, look, I don't feel like doing that. So let's do this other thing. You understand? So if I was being a nice guy, I'd have been like, okay, let's do that, and just did it because she wanted to do it. You understand? So, you know, you got to be able to do this, but a lot of guys are scared because they're scared to lose the girl. They're scared of like, well, if I say something or do something that she doesn't like, she's not going to like me, and then she's going to keep it moving. But see, with that mindset lends itself to you being that nice dude, which makes you lose her anyway. So the thing is, you need to be able to be authentic, tell her what the fuck you're trying to tell her. And, you know, and in a lot of cases, this is the thing. If a chick is feeling you, she likes you, she's not going to, you know, not want to speak to you again because you have a difference of opinion than her. You see what I'm saying? In fact, you having the difference of opinion makes it more interesting to be with you. You understand? Because she's getting to know you. She's getting to know what makes you unique. You see what I mean? And so that's the thing that you got to understand. So, you know, you guys got to understand it. Don't be out here trying to fucking, you know, be on some super nice shit with these chicks all the time. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy. Mr. Hypertrophy, you said I should do a video on how to make her feel you. I think I had a video like that. I might have one on there. I think or I think I might have put it on my Step Up Your Game program, which you can get at MrLocario.com by getting the Bad Boy's Guide to Dating. But yeah, I think I did something about that. But I'll give you a brief thing. The thing is, in order to make a woman feel you, right? It's all about your intentions. So, for example, when you watch a comedy show or a stand-up comedian, their intention is to make you laugh. So you end up laughing because their intentions was to make that happen. So therefore, since their intentions were to make you laugh, they said the joke. You feel what I'm saying? And then the joke, inspired you to laugh. But your laughter was a result of their intention. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing that makes a woman feel you. So if your intention is to, and this is why I always tell guys about sex and getting sex from chicks, whatever. If your intention is to let a chick know in some form or fashion that you're sexually attracted to her, that jumpstarts her thinking about fucking you. This is why nice guys have a hard time getting ass and getting chicks or whatever, because their intention is not to be sexual with the girl. Their intention is not to let the girl know what they're about. Their intention is to be liked. And they think the way to be liked is to be as nice and pleasant as possible with the girl. What up, Hotmail 4 USA? What's going on? What's good with you, man? So, Shaddy Ratty says, state your intentions with your actions. Exactly, because you can state your intentions verbally, but also you state your intentions with your actions. And then those intentions create the situation to where she can be inspired to act based off of your intention. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, dude, this is why when dudes they'll say, yo, can you give me some lines to say? Can you give me something to say? Right? I could tell you what to say, you understand, sometimes, but if your intention isn't there, if you don't have the feeling behind it, she's not going to feel it. She's not going to feel it the way she needs to feel it. You feel what I'm saying? Man. So, Dreaded P, you said, have I ever hit up a teacher / professor? You talking about a teacher that was my teacher or just a teacher in general? You know what I'm saying? So, But yeah, that's the thing. You guys gotta understand is that the way not to be the nice guy is just be honest. Be honest in all of your interactions with women. It'll be so fucking easy. Man. Zohan, you said women are the gatekeepers of what? Defro Cam, what's going on, bro? Man, but yeah, you guys, you just gotta be authentic with your shit. Whenever you feel like saying something or doing something, say it and do it. If you don't feel like fucking with the chick, don't do it. Like, it's almost like, man, like, the more you get out of the thirsty type of energy, Femdi, what's going on, bro? When you get out of that thirsty type of energy, you start getting more chicks. It's easier for you to fuck with more chicks, because a lot of times, sometimes when you're doing things to try to like get her, like you're like going out of your way to try to get her, right? That's more leaning towards the nice guy mentality. So let's say you talking to a chick on Tinder and you trying to go on a date with her, and you say, hey, when are you free? Let's get together or some shit. And then she says, oh, I'm free, Sunday evening, right? But you're not free Sunday evening. You got some shit you got to do. Now, if you move or try to rearrange your shit you got to do on Sunday just to see this chick, you fucking up. That's on some nice guy shit. You understand? You let her know, listen, well, Sunday I'm busy. So I'm free Monday evening and Wednesday evening. So, you choose one of those days. You feel what I'm saying? But see, a guy's so thirsty to get with her, he'll be like, oh, I'm going to move all this. I had a friend who did that one time where this motherfucker, he had this is so fucked up. He's a personal trainer, right? He had a client that he had booked. And this chick said, hey, I'm free this day, which was the day he was supposed to see the client. This motherfucker canceled the shit with his client that he was going to be making money with to go see this chick. And then guess what? The chick flaked on him. You see what I'm saying? Bullshit. Wayne Brown, what up, bro? You said, dude, nice guys who finally get that good-looking chick that has been around the block really finish last. Yeah, well, they finished last because they got her last. That's what they mean when they say nice guys finish last. What nice guys finish last, all that means is you guys, the nice guys, you get the chicks when they ready to settle down. You get the chicks when they're ready to get married, have kids, when they're, you don't get them when they're at their hottest. You get them when, they're winding down. The wall is about to hit. You feel what I'm saying? Dreaded P said, did he learn from that? Was he still changing his schedule for the pussy? Nah, he learned. I told him, I was like, dude, don't ever do that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? Don't ever do that shit. That's the thing. You can't, you got to have a certain frame of mind when you're dealing with these chicks. You understand? Right, real talk, Femdy. You said guys need to understand the difference between being a nice guy and a good guy. It's all in intent. Exactly. Because, again, it's not about people. You see, they get it confused. As the guys are like, but I'm a nice person. I don't want to be an asshole. I'm like, yo, I'm actually a good dude. You understand? Like, I don't fuck with the drama. I don't really, do a whole bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Most women wouldn't consider me a jerk. In fact, a lot of women that I deal with, and this is funny that I find interesting. A lot of women that I deal with, and I've heard this on multiple occasions, like especially like when I meet women online and stuff. I would say 90% of the women that I've met, they've told me that before they met me, these are women that I met online. They said before they met me, they thought I was gonna be an asshole or some douchebag ass nigga. You feel what I'm saying? And they were like, yo, but you're like a cool guy. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a cool guy, but I'm not on some nice guy shit with women. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just being me. I'm being who the fuck I am. So when I'm being me, a girl might do something that I might not like, and I'll let her know, like, yeah, that shit is whack. Or she might want to see me on a day I can't see her, and I'm like, nah, I can't see you today. I'll see you, next week or something. I hit you up. So I'm not like sweating her. I'm not doing everything she wants. I'm not being that dude that's kissing her ass or whatever. And there's times where I, gotta let a chick go because she's on some bullshit. See, what you gotta understand is the women who actually like guys who are really fucked up and who are really assholes usually are chicks who have insecurity issues. They're extremely insecure. Mr. Hypertrophy, you're hilarious. Asian Neo, you said it's because the looks they say that to me. They think I'm a dickhead and an asshole. But this is what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is for all the guys who are like, oh, but I'm a nice guy. Look, you could be a good dude. Ain't nothing wrong with you being a good dude. Just don't kiss ass and suck butt with these chicks. That's all I'm saying. That's all you got to do. You see what I'm saying? And the easiest way to do that is to say, whenever you're doing anything when it comes to chicks, right? Always ask yourself this question. Do I really want to do this, or am I doing this because I want to fuck? That's really what you got to ask yourself. Do I really want to do this thing, or am I doing this just because I want to fuck? Right? Now, when you ask yourself, do I really want to do this? And then your answer to yourself is no. Then don't fucking do it. So for example, let's say a chick wants to see you, or you trying to see a chick and she's like, yo, I'm free Sunday. But you don't really want to see her Sunday because you got some other shit going on. Sunday's the day you probably just chill. You got some other shit going or whatever. But you still want pussy, but you don't really want to do that on that Sunday. So if you're just doing it because you want pussy, that's on some nice guy shit. If you don't really want to do it and you say, look, I ain't really trying to do that today. Let's get together on Tuesday or something, right? Then that's the route to go. That's when she's gonna not see you as the nice guy. You feel what I'm saying? Aidenson, you said you can be an asshole as long as you're good looking. Hilarious. Oh, man. Well, yeah, if she's insecure, then yeah, you could probably do that for a while. You feel what I'm saying? But that, but see, that's the thing. You can't put too much stock in just the looks thing though too, because you have, and this is what's so funny to me, because you got guys who some would consider really good looking, but they don't really get that much play because they're fucking nice guys. I know plenty of them. I know plenty of these dudes. You feel what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of dudes that most people would consider good looking, but they're on some nice guy shit. And so that's why they have trouble getting chicks. What up, True Blad? What's going on? So, But yeah, that's the thing, man. It's like, once you just start being honest, that nice guy shit ain't gonna be a problem for you. Femdy, that's true. You said it's the issue is guys care too much about what women think. It stops them from expressing themselves honestly. Real fucking talk. Real fucking talk. Zohan, you said if you don't have looks, money, or status, you're lost in the sauce. Oh, man. It's so funny, though, when dudes always bring that shit up. Looks, money, and status. That shit is hilarious. It's like, man, y'all gotta get over that shit, man. Y'all gotta go out into the real world, man. Y'all have to go out into the real world to see how shit... Because trust me, the shit that you'll see in real life, will blow your fucking mind. It will fuck you up in the head, because a lot of niggas, this is what the issue is. A lot of dudes don't get out their house. A lot of dudes ain't really out there seeing what's going on. So they have this notion that it's all about looks, all about money, all about status. Then you go outside your house, you go out, you hang out at some clubs, you go chill a little bit, and you'll see a nigga who that looks way uglier than you, with a chick that you would love to fucking be with. You feel what I'm saying? K-Zagging 20, you're like, damn, this bullshit again? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Dudes don't get it. They do not get it. For Life One Deep, you said women are more complex. They pay attention to detail. Exactly. Women, for real. Women y'all gotta understand something. What makes a woman attracted to a guy is so many other things, B. Man, listen. Let me explain to you how attraction for a woman works, right? It's like, so that you guys can understand. It's like if I had a girl right now, in the room next to me, but the door is closed, right? I say, I got this chick in the room, and the door is closed, right? And, and I say to you, do you want to fuck with her? Do you want to get with her? You want to date her? Whatever, right? What you're going to start doing is you're going to start asking me questions. Now, why are you asking me the questions? Because you want to know more about the chick before you make a decision to fuck with her or not. You want to see, how she look and all this stuff. So now for guys, it's mostly looks. So the question you would ask me is mostly probably looks. But notice you're asking me questions because you're inquiring about more shit. before you make a decision as to if you want to fuck with this woman or not. Because right now, you don't know if you're attracted to her in a lot of cases. You understand? You don't know if you really want to fuck with her because you have no idea what she's about, what she looks like. So the same thing when you need information from me, it's the same way where women need information from you. So a chick could see you and think you're physically appealing, but sometimes she needs some more information. And then that is the thing that really sticks. That's what makes her attracted to you. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I always say, dudes is lucky as a motherfucker. I said this before in the video. I said men are lucky as shit. You guys are lucky as fuck because you actually have game to get you the women that you want. Man. And then you say you gave up on a game for a while because chicks were stressing you. That'll happen sometimes, but you gotta look at the game in a way where it doesn't stress you. The reason why a lot of times it stresses you is because you're so concerned about having the shit. You're so concerned about having a certain outcome. You know what I mean? Ballhead Jamaican, you said the biggest problem you see is cats is that they give a fuck what people think about them. Real shit. Real fucking shit. Dr. Splan Tono, you said, what if women already written you off? What do you mean? What do you mean women? You mean women like women just in general write you off? That's never gonna happen. That will never happen. See, that's the problem. A lot of cats got this mentality of, yo, women just don't like me, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, because obviously you've met every woman in the world. And, you've tried to holler at every chick in the world and they all said no. Oh, man. Zohan, you said it doesn't matter what you say, she has to be attracted to you. See, that's the thing. She could be attracted to you because of what you say. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what y'all don't get. That's what y'all don't fucking get. Because dudes be saying, oh, well, if a girl's not attracted to you or she doesn't think you're cute, then she's not going to want to talk to you anyway. Y'all guys don't get it. I suggest you go watch my dude James Tusk's videos. I suggest you go watch James Tusk's videos where he's approaching women in the street. James Tusk is a Brad Pitt looking motherfucker, and he has compilations of him approaching women in the street and them not trying to fuck with him. You feel what I'm saying? So I suggest you guys watch that if you think it's all about looks. Because no matter how you look, you're still going to get rejected. And no matter how you look, there's going to be certain girls who are going to want to fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing. That's the thing. You guys got to understand, man. So, y'all gotta get past the whole looks, money, status shit. The whole looks, money, status shit is holding y'all back. You feel what I'm saying? K-Zag and Tony says some women are attracted to persistence. Real talk. You gotta understand some women, dude. Women are about how they feel, B. I was talking about this years ago, man. I've been doing this shit for like 10 years, coaching. I've been trying to put cats on. I'm like, yo, if you could tap into a woman's feelings, you get into her mind, it's over. It's over. You know what I'm saying? That's why you could see chicks with an average looking dude and she's crying over this nigga, fighting over this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? And you're just like, what? Like, this nigga? Really? I'm like, man. I remember there was this one chick, man. I was at this party and bad chick, like, this chick wasn't even a 10. This chick was she was at an 11. That chick was an 11. That's how bad she was, right? yo, I'm at the party, I'm talking to the chick, and we having a conversation, but she was like, oh, my boyfriend's on the way here. And I said, okay, cool, you know. Man, her boyfriend came, and this nigga looked like Seth Rogen. Okay, I was like, really? Like, because how hot she was, you would assume that her boyfriend was some fucking, you know, 6'2" male model looking motherfucker or some shit like that. Like, this chick's boyfriend looked exactly like Seth Rogen. I was like, shit. And he was on that, and he had that fucking, like, goofy type of vibe to him, too. I'm like, this nigga. I'm like, man. So I'm telling, yo, y'all will be surprised. This is why I be trying to tell y'all motherfuckers. And he was not rich, and he was not rich at all. Because I was speaking to the dude. The dude fucking, like, worked at a fucking, like, office somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? But his girl was not a 10. She was an 11, my nigga. This chick was so bad. I was like, yo. I was like, God damn. I should have asked them how they met, too. That would have been interesting. But I didn't even really go into it. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys got to get out and see this shit. Because I'm not just talking out my ass. I'm not saying, oh, yeah, you know. But no, I'm talking about this is shit that I see every day. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you know, but you know what it is? A lot of cats, they know it's the truth. They know it's true. They just have that cognitive dissonance or whatever the fuck. Because a lot of times when you start to believe certain shit, you just take that as truth. You don't want to, when you see the truth, you want to ignore the shit because it goes against what you believe. You feel what I'm saying? Frank Truvy said, you're on my side of my looks, but to be fair, nobody is saying that ugly dudes can't get girls, nor are they saying they can't get hot girls. What they're saying is they get less options. So you're saying that ugly guys have less options. That's not true. That is totally not true. The only guys who have less options are the guys whose game sucks. That's it. Period. End of story. I'm telling you. Because what you got to understand is this. A guy who a woman will see as attractive, he'll get more women who will check him out. And I've said this a million times. He'll get more women sort of looking in his direction. But that's the only advantage this motherfucker has. Also, you have to understand that generally, when a person thinks you're good looking, they hold you to a higher standard than everyone else. So that chick sees that good looking dude, she's checking him out. Let's say that guy goes over and talks to her, right? What happens is, if this motherfucker isn't on point, he's done. He's fucking done. So it's not that the guys who are ugly get less, because what you have to understand is the guys who get less are the guys who do less. The guys who are not putting themselves out there, who don't put themselves out there to really interact with chicks, and whose game is weak. You feel what I'm saying? It's not that they get less because they're ugly. So you said, so what about a Channing Tatum looking motherfucker versus a Ron Jeremy looking motherfucker? Please be honest, with everything being equal, game, money, initiative, who gets more women? Well, if everything is being equal, the Channing Tatum guy will probably get more because he's getting more women initially checking him out. If everything was equal, he had the same amount of game, all that other stuff, then yes, he would probably get more because he has that advantage. What I'm trying to say is that the game is the equalizer. So if the Channing Tatum dude doesn't go out as much as the Ron Jeremy nigga, the Ron Jeremy nigga is going to beat him every time. This is what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So your success is literally based on how much you put out there. Period. So this is why when dudes try to compare themselves to other motherfuckers, it's like, look, how much energy are you putting out there? You feel what I'm saying? How much energy are you putting out there? Because look at it. Look at someone like Biggie, right? Biggie Smalls was fucking Lil' Kim before he was famous. Before he was famous. Before he was the Notorious B.I.G., he was fucking Lil' Kim. Okay? And this dude said, black and ugly as ever. You feel what I'm saying? He said it. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's what y'all not getting. And also, too, it's like, what's the point of you comparing? Because let's say you got the Channing Tatum and the Ron Jeremy dude. If the Ron Jeremy dude wants to get his dick wet, he got to do what he needs to do to get his dick wet. It don't matter what the Channing Tatum dude is doing. You feel what I'm saying? Zohan, he says she still needs to be interested. He said, I think I'm overlooking that part. So, okay, what makes the girl interested? That's what we're talking about here. That's what we're talking about here. What makes her interested? Frank Chu TV say you're playing devil's advocate. No, I'm just trying to let cats know. But you said also Lil' Kim means nothing. She's a hood rat from Biggie's neighborhood. That don't mean nothing. He still got her. He still got her. You know what I'm saying? Moving in silence, he said I got to talk about having a tight mouthpiece in the game. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Dudes got to have that mouthpiece because that, you know, any dude could have that shit. You got to know how to talk to chicks. And also, Paul Mel, you said Lil' Kim was not that good looking girl. Now, Lil' Kim looked better back in the day before that plastic surgery. But, oh, Johnny's in the building. What's popping with you, bro? Johnny Quest, he said, the reason dudes think like this is because most of the time what gets promoted, getting the money equals getting chicks. You really don't see chicks tripping over an average promoted, average guys promoted like that. Well, then y'all got to stop looking at the bullshit. If that's the case, you know, it's like when you watch movies. You see the movie with the fucking guy, he's the nerd, and then at the end of the joint, he gets the really hot girl because she recognized how cool and the nice guy. That shit don't work in real life. You feel what I'm saying? All that shit is conditioning, but they never tell you what actually works. With this is the why do you think people like me exist? Dating coaches or pickup artists or whoever you want to call it. We exist because motherfuckers have been conditioned to think, oh, I gotta go buy her flowers and do this. No, that don't work. You know what I'm saying? For life, when DV said playing devil's advocate, if a dude gets constantly rejected by women, that can affect his confidence when approaching and interacting with women. And see, that's the thing. This is why it's so important to actually have confidence in the first place and to be centered and to understand who the fuck you are. Because, see, this is the thing. If you're the type of person who, because you can feel a certain type of way about the way shit is happening, but you still have to have that confidence to keep going. So it's not like you're going to like the fact that women are rejecting you, but it's the confidence that keeps you going. The confidence that makes you revamp your shit. It's the same way where you see any entrepreneur out here right now who's blowing up, who got money, who's successful. They got a lot of rejections. They got a lot of people saying that they ain't going to be shit. They never going to be shit. Shit ain't going to work out. All this other stuff. But they had the confidence to keep going. Even though they was getting a lot of rejections, a lot of people saying it ain't going to work, a lot of people telling them no, they kept going. You see what I'm saying? If they didn't keep going, then they wouldn't be where they're at. And trust me, there's a lot of people who stopped, who wish they would have kept going, and they probably would have been somewhere at this point. But they stopped because they let the outside shit fuck with them. They didn't revamp. They didn't, go back to the drawing board, because there's certain things that you may be doing that's causing a lot of the rejections that you can tweak and that you can fix so that you'll get less rejections. You feel me? Zohan, you said you got a homeboy and a cousin who both have face value, swear they have game, but in hindsight, they're just pretty boys. They don't got to do the amount of leg work you got to do. They still got to do some work, bruh. They still got to do some work. Johnny Quest, you said yes, guys like you exist, but how much are guys like you without or relying on long money promoted like that? Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't worry about what's promoted, because what's promoted, you understand what I'm saying? This is what you gotta understand. Look. Let me tell you guys something, man. Let me tell you guys something. You gotta understand what makes a chick wanna fuck with you, right? What makes you attractive to women? See, what's promoted is, the pretty boy captain of the football team nigga. You feel what I'm saying? Because what you have to understand is, in Hollywood, in media, there always has to be an archetype to simplify shit for you. They have to simplify shit for you in order to tell a story, in order to make the movie. They have to have this guy, this girl, this, you know what I'm saying? Like if you ever notice in movies, if they show a fat girl, the fat girl's always the funny one. You feel what I'm saying? That's done on purpose. They do that to create certain things so that you can put people in little boxes and shit so you can understand it and digest it easier. You feel what I'm saying? Because what movies and films and the media can't do a lot of times, and sometimes they do it, and then when they do it, it's really done well, but most of the time they can't, is they like to simplify the complexities of human nature in a lot of these movies. You feel what I'm saying? And then so you look at this and you're like, oh, this is the reality. Like you watch even the fucking, let's say, rap videos. You see the rapper rapping, throwing up money. They got chicks all over the place dancing with them. So in your mind, I got to get money to get chicks. I can't get no chicks unless I got money. Or you see the movie with the good-looking football player jock with the hot girl. You're like, oh, man, I got to be good-looking to get a girl. I can't get a girl unless I'm good-looking. You see what I'm saying? And that shit is fucking... it's conditioning you to think that way. But then when you step outside and you see the real world, you're like, wait a second, how in the fuck did this fat dude get that hot chick? Now you start thinking, oh, well, it's because he had money. Because you have to connect it to make it make sense to you. You feel what I'm saying? So, So you got to understand that shit. You got to understand that shit, man. But yeah, that's what it is, B. That's what it is. Because you got to understand what's happening in real life. This is why when dudes do those goofy ass experiments where they'll take a picture of a guy who's a model and they'll have it as their profile picture on Tinder or OkCupid, and then they'll do these little goofy ass experiments where chicks are responding to them, and they're like, you see, it's all about looks. Look how many messages I got because I have this male model's picture. You know why you got a lot of messages? Because it's a fucking male model, and those women are also conditioned to respond to that. Do you understand that? Also, what you have to understand is when you're... See, let me get a little deeper with this shit. when you're on online dating, all online dating is that you're marketing yourself through a medium. You're marketing yourself through the medium of the online thing, which is basically like similar to magazines, similar to print media. You understand? The visual shit that you see online is the same thing as the print media that these girls used to buy, those teen beat fucking joints. They have a picture of NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and all the boy bands they used to post on their walls and all that other shit. Do you not realize that that does something to the mind? So when if I post up a picture of a male model who looks like that, that triggers something for them to want to respond. You understand that? Now, what happens is, and this is where it gets even more ridiculous, is that the guys who do these experiments, for some reason, when these girls respond to them, for some reason, these niggas have exemplary game. I don't know. I'm like, how the fuck now that you have the male model picture, you know how to talk to women? Because I've seen these little posts that these niggas do, and they're talking to these girls real slick, knowing how to, but you know why they're talking to them? They're talking to them because what happens is that they feel confident being behind the male model picture. Therefore, they have the confidence to talk back and forth to the chick. You feel what I'm saying? Well, I'm going to take a call in a second. Frank True TV says, so looks matter by that logic because he looks like a model. It is just like a woman dating a guy because he looks like an NSYNC member. This is what I've been saying for the longest. Saying looks matter and looks don't matter are both right. Do you understand that? I've said this a million times. So what I'm saying is, if that girl is into that guy's look, she'll respond to him. But also, the looks don't matter because if he don't know how to get that interaction going, he's not going to fuck her. So even if let's say that male model was the guy, like let's say that's really him. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say that's really him. This is really the male model on Tinder, and he matches with a girl. What's going to happen is he needs to now know how to interact with the girl to get her to want to fuck with him. You feel what I'm saying? So you guys, it's so many different things that go with this shit. So what I was saying before is that when they see the male model picture, that triggers something already. And they're seeing it as if they're seeing the same thing they see in those magazines. So of course they're going to respond to him. Now, does the response equal them meeting up with him? Fuck no. Does the response mean that they're actually going to go out and fuck the guy? Fuck no. Now, in certain situations, here and there, it could happen if they wanted to make it happen. But most of the time, it's not. Most of the time, chicks get the thrill of thinking or feeling like they're going to get with that type of dude. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing I want you guys to understand. What I'm saying is that looks matter in the sense that if a girl is into your look, she could give you a little bit more attention than she probably wouldn't have off the jump. So if a girl is into your look, she might check you out. So then you can use that to your advantage. But looks also don't matter because even though she thinks you're physically attractive and maybe attracted to you because of your look, because you have no game, because you have no conversation skills, her pussy will dry the fuck up and it don't matter that you look good. Do you guys get that? That's what you got to understand. That's the shit that, most dudes don't get. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm telling you, you guys will start to see it soon. Some of you guys that don't get it, you'll start to see it soon. Because, dude, you know how many women that I've had that told me, oh my God, I think you're so handsome, you're so cute, and they didn't fuck me? You feel what I'm saying? Dude, I used to model for Polo jeans, dude. I used to model for Polo jeans, was with all these models, some of them I fucked with, some of them I didn't. You feel what I'm saying? Man. Shit is crazy. You said the great compromise is that looks is not the end all be all, but looks does give you an advantage. Now, this is the thing, though. Think about it like this. Any guy can take advantage of a woman being attracted to his looks. You know why? Because almost any guy, unless maybe he's like deformed or something, or has some, because, you know, dudes always like to throw out straw man arguments. But any guy who has two eyes, a nose, and a mouth in the same place, you understand, like everybody else, could be a good-looking dude to a select number of women. You understand? I'm talking about this. So basically, that cancels out anyway. That cancels out anyway. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you guys got to understand that shit. You got to understand that shit. But yeah, the caller number 646-481-3901. So you guys can call up if you want to call up. But yeah, guys got to stop getting confused about the whole looks shit, man. Because chicks will talk a good game about the looks. You feel what I'm saying? But then they won't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So, like, man. But yeah, dudes, they be pulling up, like Frank Truth TV, yeah, they be doing those fucking experiments, and they think, see, this is what happens when you don't think critically, and you think on a simple-minded level, like you don't really understand what's going on. You don't understand the levels to shit. You got to understand the levels to shit. Because look, women are going to be physically attracted to a guy and be like, yeah, he's cute. And some of those women will actually just have sex with him because they think he's cute. The problem is, guys think that's how it is all across the board. And I'm like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all wild with that shit. Yo, what's going on?
What up? This is Locario.
What's popping? What's going on? Who's this?
Ballhead Jamaican.
All right, what's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, I just want to I just want to say something. Because, you know how these celebrity dudes, and these cats be saying, oh, if I look like this person, there's cats that look like these people, and they're in the streets, and they still don't get that much play.
Right, exactly.
Ain't right.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that's what I be saying. If people like comparing themselves that they look like this person, how come you're struggling getting chicks? If that dude is not struggling getting chicks, why are you? And y'all look identical.
Right. Exactly. Because you got cats out here. Also, they be looking at celebrities, and I'm like, yo, you know, celebrities, they're celebrities. They're some of them are rich people. They're well known. Yeah. But when those celebrities weren't well known, they was going through the same bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
The same shit. So, you know, that's the thing that...
Like, I was watching...
Now, go ahead.
I was watching this one interview, and this guy was talking about porn stars. He's saying a lot of porn stars was getting no real pussy until they became porn stars. That was the only reason they were getting so much.
Right.
Because they're porn stars. But averagely, going out to go get a chick, they couldn't get no pussy.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what.
That's what I'm saying. Because you gotta understand something. If Channing Tatum wasn't Channing Tatum, he would still have to do the same shit as every other motherfucker to get chicks. Because there's a lot of dudes that I roll with that are like Channing Tatum looking type of niggas. And they gotta go through the same shit. The same fucking shit. The same shit with chicks fronting, flaking, faking, doing all this other dumb shit. Same fucking shit. So it's like, and some of them don't look, and this is what I'm saying. Chicks will probably check him out. They'll be like, oh, he looks good, and they'll flirt with him. But that's what I always say to guys. The only good thing about being a good-looking dude is you get attention. That's it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. It don't necessarily mean you're gonna be swimming in pussy. That's what I'm trying to tell these guys. It's crazy. Shit is crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's like, man.
Yeah, but I just want to make that point because people are comparing themselves, but they're still struggling getting chicks. That's why I just never got. Like,
Right. Real shit, man. Real shit, man. But I appreciate the call, my dude. All right.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Man. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Locario, this is KZAC20, bro.
What up, bro? What's poppin' with you, man?
Okay. Man, doing good, man. I just want to give a testimonial to all them dudes that saying, you know, a chick has to be attracted to you initially.
Mm-hmm.
That shit ain't true.
Right.
A chick can think you're cute, but maybe she's not sexually attracted to you.
Exactly.
So
Preach.
Yeah, so the only one, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I said preach. You spitting facts. Go ahead.
So the only way to establish that shit is to fucking talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm gonna tell a story real quick.
Mm-hmm.
This one chick I met. You know, I hit on her. You know, she wasn't really giving me no play.
Right.
But she didn't necessarily reject me outright. She just wasn't really giving me no choosing signals.
Right.
So I told her, I said, look, I'm gonna give you my number. Call me when you're ready. Gave her my number. A couple of days later, she called me.
Right.
We kicked it. I fucked.
Right.
I asked her. I said, so what made you call me? She said, because you were confident and you didn't take no for an answer.
That's what's up.
And that was it. And she told me, you know, I wasn't necessarily her type, but because, like I said, I was confident, and when she did call, I got in that there, then I got in that ass.
Right. Right. Real shit.
Yeah, and dudes need to understand it's not always going to be easy. You know, they ain't always going to throw the pussy at you. So sometimes you got to kind of dig around, you got to talk to the chick, fill her out, get her to come around to your way of thinking, and then before you know it, you know, you might get that ass.
Exactly. Nah, real shit, man. Real shit. And this is what I'm saying. Like, you see how you're out in the real world doing shit, and you see, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what dudes got to do. They got to get their ass out there and see what's popping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Get out there and stop acting like that. In order for you to feel like the chick gonna fuck, you gotta throw the pussy at you. It don't always work that way.
Exactly.
It don't happen like that all the time.
Real shit, man. But yeah, that's some real talk, man. And you know, and it's funny because like what you were saying, a chick could think you're attractive, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean she's attracted to you. And I've said that before. Like, you gotta understand the difference between a woman, because a woman could look at you and say, "Yo, you're a handsome guy. I think you're attractive," and still she still won't be attracted to you. And guys have a hard time. Yeah, guys have a hard time understanding that, because for us, if we think a woman looks good, for most guys, not all, but for most guys, if a woman looks good, that means we're attracted to her. We're attracted to her because she looks good. A woman could think you look good and still not be attracted to you. That's
And that's the difference between men and women, because we see a chick that we think is hot, we want to fuck automatically.
Right.
Chicks don't always think that. It's not always that simple.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So
these dudes don't get it, man. And real quick, man, to the dudes that keep saying that looks matter, stop with that bullshit, man. It don't, man. It don't, man. So, I seen, like you said, I've seen some of the ugliest, homey-looking dudes with some of the baddest.
That's what I'm saying.
Because they got money.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, man. So I'm not gonna hold your line up, man. I just want to call in and put that out there to these dudes, man.
Real talk.
Have a little confidence and get out there and do your thing.
Real shit, man. Appreciate the call, bro.
All right, man. Have a good one, bro.
Real shit. But yeah, that's what I'll be trying to tell the cats, man. That's what I'll be trying to tell these motherfuckers. I'm like, yo, a chick could think you're attractive and not be attracted to you. It's so crazy. Genji Zero, you said you want to be a 10 out of 10 without the game. I don't want to stay a 6 or 7 who has to learn the game. I'll tell you this. You can't be a 10 out of 10 without the game. The game is what makes you a 10 out of 10. You understand what I'm saying? That's what y'all don't get. Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's poppin'? You sound like you in the hallway or something. What's going on with you?
You know exactly who it is, me.
Who this?
It's Kwame from London, anyway.
Who's this?
Kwame from London.
Oh, okay, what's going on with you, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. So, basically, what am I saying? So, you see me, like, I went to this stuff, I'm naturally looking at me, all that stuff, but when I go and chat to them, like, they just think, they look in the face, it's like, they're just so confused, because it looks like they're just looking at me like, what's wrong with this guy? And I don't know what the problem is.
So you said when you go up to chicks and you approach them and talk to them, what happens?
Alright, I'll talk to them for maybe like a minute or two, and I'll see in their face that they're like, oh, this guy's a bit weird or something.
But how? Wait. So how do you see? You saying I can see in their face that they think that you're weird, but what do they do?
I don't know. It's my head.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
what do they do?
Most of that shit is probably in your head, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might just be in their head. I don't know. It might just be in their head. They might be thinking he's actually a good guy or something.
And so what you need to do though? This is what you need to do though. When you're talking to them, do you have, like, you're supposed to have a goal in mind when you're talking to them? Are you trying to get their number? Are you trying to hook up with them that night? What are you trying to do when you talk to these chicks?
Yeah, when I'm trying to hook up with them, I'll still try to hook up with them. But then after a while, like, I'll think back and I'll go back to that, and I'll think, wait a second, this girl, maybe she don't like me or something because of something I said or something.
Yeah, but my question is, my question is, what are you saying to them though? Like, you walk up to a girl, and then what do you say? What do you say to her?
What do I say?
Yeah, imagine you're walking up to a girl right now. You're in the street or whatever. You go up to a girl. What do you say? Like, just in general.
I'll just tap her on the shoulder and say, I don't know, where you going?
So you don't even know what you're saying. That's what.
But I'll just say anything out of the box, to be honest with you. I'll just say anything.
Well, that's the thing. See, you got to. This is what I'm saying. You got to have a direction for where you trying to go with the conversation. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason why. See,
even if they,
go ahead. What are you saying?
Yeah, because even if I see them, like, maybe just, I might say, oh, you got a nice dress, or you got nice eyes, all that crap. But yeah.
And then and that's what I'm saying. You have no direction of what you're trying to go, where you're trying to go. So what I'm saying is, whenever you're talking to a girl, so for example, if you see a girl down the street or whatever, right? You should say to yourself, okay, I'm out here trying to get numbers. Let's say that's your goal. You want to just get a few numbers to hit some chicks up later to set something up for the weekend, right? So when you go up and talk to them, you could be like, hey, what's up? That's a nice dress you got. You know, where'd you get that from? What's your name? My name is so-and-so. What's your name? Cool. Nice to meet you. Listen, I'm on my way to work or whatever, but, I thought you were really attractive. Here's my phone number. Give me a call tonight. We should get together and get a drink. That's it. That's all you got to do, and then you keep that shit pushing. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should take a minute. Say that again?
You know, they're interested. You don't have to waste time.
Yeah, you can give them your number, or you could get their number, however you want to do it. But all I'm saying is, you need a goal. You need direction with your shit. You need to also direct the conversation, because remember, you're the one going up to her, so you're the one that needs to direct the conversation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that's what it is. So you can't just like.
What sort of goal should you have in your head then?
It's whatever goal you trying to do. This is what I'm trying to say. Because sometimes you might just go out because you want to actually just practice talking. You don't really need to. You might say I don't really want to. I'm not even really interested in going and getting numbers. And I just want to talk to some hot chicks. That could be your goal. So now the goal is just to have the conversation. Now, if you're trying to hook up with girls. You know, let's say you're trying to set something up for that night or later that week, whatever, just to hook up. Your goal is to let her know in the conversation that you want to hook up, and this is why you're giving her the number or why you're getting her number. Or let's say if you want to go out on dates and shit, your goal is to get numbers so that you can set up dates. So your conversation should just lead down the path of you getting to that point. That's all it is. So anything else. Anything that you're doing in that should be directed towards that type of situation. So if you see a girl in the street, you see a girl at a party, you see a girl at a bar, whatever. You see what I mean?
Normally I'm that type of quiet sort of guy that only after I don't when it's ask so many like questions and like conversation from there sort of thing.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. Hold on. Say that again. You was breaking up. Say that again.
Yeah, I'm the person that won't like I'm somebody that maybe like I talk to a lot of people, but then get to know them like fully, like properly, and like I don't really talk to them. You know what I mean?
Hold on, your phone is breaking up crazy, bro. I'm having a hard time hearing what you're saying. So listen. What kind of, are you on Skype or are you on a act? What are you on? What are you on?
Skype.
Okay, because you might damn. Because I know you all the way in London, so I don't know if you're able to call that number. But yeah, because I can't hear a word you're saying. So listen, you got to probably call back when the line is clearer or the internet is clearer, because I can't hear a word you're saying, bro. You might have to fix that internet or something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what it is. We got snow here as well, so
yeah. So try to fix that and then hit me back. All right, hit me back because I'm gonna holler at you later because I can't hear nothing you saying.
Yeah.
All right. Man, I couldn't hear nothing in that shit, man. I was trying. The shit was going crazy. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
What's popping?
Locario.
What up? Who's this?
What's up? This is Lamar.
Lamar, what's going on with you, bro?
Detroit. Hey. I just got a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I see in the videos you talk a lot about having game and spitting game at chicks and whatever.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I never knew what actually like spitting game is to, when you're talking to chicks. I just be talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess my question is, like, what is actually like having game and talking to chicks with game, spitting game at chicks.
Having game is basically just strategy. So when you saying I'm just talking to girls, that's still game. Game is anything, any strategy you're using to get a desired result. So if you're going up to a girl and you're having a conversation with her, that's game. The point is that is your game tight or is it weak? That's the part that's what we talk about when you learn about game or having game. Having game is synonymous with basically being good at it and having the tight game so that whatever you're trying to do, it works for you. Because you can go up and talk to girls, but if you're not getting the result you want, then that means your game is weak. If you're talking to girls and you're getting the results you want, then that means your game is tight. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But honestly, lady, Mr. Locario, I haven't been getting the results I want. So I'm kind of like thinking maybe I need to like tighten up my game. And, I haven't been like, having any like type of real positive reaction with chicks. I mean, I've just been working, on my purpose and just working, full time. Right now, I'm just really trying to get out here and, tighten up my game. So, but I just be talking to chicks. I just say whatever comes to mind. I just don't. I understand what everybody always been saying for years about spitting game and how to have a game. I mean, I never really understood.
Right.
Like I just be talking to them. I don't understand.
Well, the thing is is that let's say for example, right? I could go up to a girl and just talk randomly about whatever, right? Ask her about her day, ask her where she, works at, and she'll ask me a couple questions about where I work at and all this other stuff. Then, I'll ask her about the weather and shit. I'll ask her about where she grew up, all this other shit. So we're talking for like a half an hour. But what's happening is, and let's say I actually like this girl, I want to like get with her, whatever. But what's happening is at this point is we're just having a conversation. But when it comes to stepping up your game to make the situation turn into a situation where she would want to actually see me, date me, have sex with me, that means that I have to come at her in a different way with my conversation. So for example, if I'm just talking to her just on some small talk, regular stuff, we could talk all that time. And then what's going to happen is if I say, hey, give me a number, we should get together and hang out, right? She might say no because we just been talking regular. Like she didn't feel anything for me. I'm just some guy having a conversation with her, just like any other guy's having a conversation with her. Now, when we talk about game and actually having a different strategy, what we're talking about is if, let's say I talk to that girl and I might ask her a little, something here and there, just regular shit. And then what happens is I start flirting with her real heavy. Then I start touching her a little bit. And then I say, hey, listen, we should get together this weekend and make something happen, and give me your number. Now she's more likely to say yes because I've inspired sexual feelings in her. So in one instance, it was just regular talk. The other instance, it was sexual talk. You see what I'm saying? And then so that propelled her to, you see what I mean? That's what we're talking about when we talk about game. So it's not just, because again, they're both strategies. They're both game. But one is tighter than the other to get a certain result happening. That's what we talk about. That's the part you learn. You see what I'm saying? Because you can be talking to girls all day, every day, this and this and that, and never get anywhere. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's what we're talking about when we talk about game, is that learning the strategy that's going to get you the desired result you want, as far as you being sexual or in a sexual type of dating type of situation with a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is. You see what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's just learning those things specifically. You see what I'm saying? So that's what, and that's why I have shit like the books that I have, the Bad Boy membership, because those things go into specifics of not only what to do, but why you're doing it and why it works. You see what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to do something, because I can tell you what to do, but what you're doing is going to be stronger if you know the reason why you're doing it and why it's effective. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're closer to the actual you're closer to the strategy. So the strategy becomes part of you. Right. Yeah, that's all game. Strategy. That's all game is. Right. It's just strategy of how you do your shit. Because this is the thing that people gotta understand. Everybody has game. You understand? Every person has game. The thing is that is your game working for you? Is your game not working for you? So a lot of guys, their game isn't working for them. So this is why we say step up your game, so that you'll know, okay, I realize that the strategy I'm using isn't working. So I need to do a different strategy to get different results. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. You see what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is, man.
I got another question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, when you say game is like lying to a chick, like lying to her and telling her the stuff, like whatever, like she's like beautiful. If you don't think, if it's not beautiful to you, but you say she's beautiful, that's lying to her. So you say like game is like to gas her head up and like talk to her and tell her what you like about her or how she look, and you really not feeling her like that. Would you say like game is lying to a chick in general?
I mean, well, you could do that if you want, because that's
still
that's still a strategy. So you could do that if you want. I don't really suggest doing that, because what happens is that if you're doing that, unless you're like a really, 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 really great actor, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna come across authentic. This is why sometimes you'll go up to a chick who you don't really think is that hot, and then you'll say all that shit and she won't believe you. She'll tell you she don't believe you. And the reason why she don't believe you is because women are very good at picking up social cues. They can pick up when you're actually being authentic a lot of times. So a lot of times, if you're saying shit like, "Oh yeah, you mad, you're so hot, girl, blah blah blah," but you don't really feel it, it's not gonna come across in your body language. It's not gonna come across in the way that in your tone of voice, the way that you're saying it. She's gonna, and this is why she'll call you out. And she's like, "Oh, please, you just saying that, I don't believe you, whatever." And she's saying that, sometimes chicks will say that because they're insecure, but sometimes chicks will say that because they know that they can sense that you're not being authentic, because it's just a feeling they get based off of how you're coming at them. You see what I'm saying? They're like, oh, they like, oh, this guy's just saying that because he wants to get in my pants. Because there's a lot of other guys who have been lying to them.
Thing.
Right, exactly. You see what I'm saying? So they could already feel it. They could already feel it. So it's
so
go ahead.
So my question is then, it's like, how do you, like stand out from all the other guys that's telling her that she's beautiful too, or she's sexy, or they'll do this and do that to her. Like, how do you stand out from all the other guys? It's all the other lines these other guys be doing that.
Well, the thing is, if you don't think she's that hot, don't be sucking her ass talking about telling her she's hot. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be like, oh my God, you're so good. Don't do that. Just don't do that. you can approach, because like, let's say you don't think she's hot, but you think she's decent, like she's a cool chick.
What if she really is like hot?
If she really,
like, how do you stand out from?
If she really is hot,
tell her she's beautiful.
This is the thing. If she really is hot, right? And this is when you get real deep in the game. Let me give you guys some crazy shit right here, right? See, if she's really hot, right, and you can tell, you have a sense that, yeah, a lot of dudes most likely, because she's this physically attractive, are gonna be kissing her ass and like sweating her, right? It's not necessarily, exactly. You're right, it's not necessarily where you need, because you can still, because actually, truthfully, you can still go up to her and say she's hot, but you still have to follow it up with interacting with her in a way where you know how to have a conversation to hook her in other aspects. But what I would say to it is that if you see that she's hot and you know other guys are sweating her saying she's hot, the best course of action that will make her even sweat you even more or really get like sort of hooked on you or checking you out is that if you have a conversation with her, don't mention anything about her being hot. And again, this is strategy, right? And then you start to you'll figure out stuff about her that maybe she's a little insecure about, maybe that she actually likes and wants some sort of like validation about, and then you talk about that more than her actual looks and all that. So for example, if you see a hot girl, let's say you having a conversation with her and you notice she says, "Oh yeah, I'm a singer, and I've been singing for a few years, and I'm trying to get a record deal, but I'm not really sure, blah blah blah." And you'd be like, "Oh, word, let me hear some of your music or whatever." And then let's say she goes on her phone and she shows you like one of her songs or some shit, and then you say some shit like, "Yo, this actually sounds really good. Like, I think this song is better than that song. If you was to come out, I think you should do that because blah blah blah." And then you'd be like, "Yo, I want to hear some more of your music." So now what you're doing is that you're talking about something that most other guys didn't bother to care about or even to like get into, which is something that's really important to her, which makes her say, "Damn, this guy actually cares about what the fuck I'm doing. Like, this is cool. Like, he's actually taking an interest in my shit." So now she sees you differently than other guys. Now you stand out. So you can still at this point or whatever, you can still say, "Oh yeah, you're cute or whatever if you want or whatever," while you're flirting with her. But the fact that you pointed out something else that she values or that's important to her, that makes you stand out. But the only way you were able to do that was because you were having the conversation. And the only way you were able to have that conversation was because you know how to converse and talk to women. You see what I mean? So this is why I always tell guys that the game is strong, because the game is the thing that makes the chick really gravitate to you. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it is. You see what I mean? So that's why you got to make sure when you're talking to girls, the key is to listen to them. You got to listen to what the fuck they're saying, because when you listen to them, they're going to say shit that is going to give you information directly and also give you information indirectly. You see what I'm saying? So, because I remember I was on a date with this chick one time, and it was that same type of shit, because she was a musician, and she's trying to get famous and all this other shit. So I noticed I had told her how I've been on TV a few times. I've been on like reality shows or whatever. So when I said that, she was trying to impress me with all of the stuff she's done musically. She was like, "Oh yeah, I've been in the industry a while too," and blah 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 blah. So now I know that she's trying, like, that's important to her. You see what I'm saying? So now I can use that to in that situation to be able to create a stronger connection. You see what I'm saying? And so that's why you got to listen to what they're saying, what they're not saying, the things that they're doing, because that's going to make the situation stronger between you and her. That's what separates you between you and the other guys. Because remember, I said this before in a few other videos. When you first meet a girl, and this is very important, when you first meet a girl, this is why I tell guys, when you first meet a girl, you get her number. You want to hit her up quickly and try to set something up quickly, because when you first meet a chick, there's nothing that is emotionally connecting her to you. So therefore, it's easy for her to flake on you. It's easy for her to not respond to your calls. It's easy for her to be like, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say if you met this girl, you're talking to her, you're having that conversation, you're getting into the shit she's into, you're, conversing about that. Now you stand out. Next you know, if you hit her up or you tell her to hit you up, it's going to be more likely she's going to want to talk to you again. Why? Because you're that guy who took an interest in her shit. You see what I'm saying? So even on a subconscious level, she sees you as different than all the other guys, and that makes her want to continue to see you and fuck with you. Versus all the other guys who maybe she gave her number to that just was like, oh, you're really hot, blah, 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 blah. She gave her the number, and then when they call her, she's like, whatever, because there's no bond there. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing you gotta see what it is. You see what I'm saying? So
I got one more question. I know you got other calls.
Damn, you talking? All right, last one. Go ahead.
I gotta get this out. Gotta ask this. How can you really tell if a chick is a freak or not? Like, how can you tell when you first talk to her, you first get her number, you first start texting her, and just texting her and calling her or whatever you like to do? Like, how can you tell? Off when you first get her number or as you get to know her? I don't want to waste time. Talking to a chick. Regular conversations. Regular stuff where I know that she might be down to fuck, or she might be really a freak.
Right.
So,
I mean, that's simple. That's real simple. That's real simple. All you need to do is when you're talking to her, flirting with her, you got to go extremely heavy on the sex talk. You see what I'm saying? And watch her actions. Meaning, so if I'm talking to a girl and I'm flirting with her, and let's say I'm holding her hand or I got her in my arms or whatever and shit, this is we at a bar, I met her, we flirting or whatever, and I say to her, yo, and I'm looking at her and I'm like, yo, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of nasty shit right now. I'm thinking about bending you over, sticking my tongue all the way in your pussy, all that. If I start saying that, then based off of her response, it'll tell you if she's like that. Because sometimes also chicks, when they're extremely sexual and freaky, they'll start saying the shit back to you, or they'll say it before you even say it, because the body language and everything is going to tell you that, okay, this girl is really feeling you. So for example, I remember I was at the spot, I'm flirting with this girl, she's sitting next to me and she starts rubbing up on my leg a little bit, I had my arm around her, I pulled her into me, and then she was because she was staying at the hotel, but she was with her friend, so she couldn't really take me back upstairs or whatever. But she was like, yo, right now I'm just thinking about your dick in my mouth. That's what she says to me. So she says it already just off of that because of the body language and everything that's happening. So that could happen too, and they just say it. Then there's times where you say it, and then you see their response, and their response is going to tell you if she's fucking if she's freaky like that. So it's really all about you starting a lot of times interaction, and then that start of it is going to give you the indication of if she's actually like that or not. You understand? Because if she's not like that, she's either going to or if she's not like that to you, because they'll be different with different niggas. But if she's not like that to you, she's not going to respond positively to the sexual talk. You see what I'm saying? That's all you're really looking for. You're looking for the response. This is why I tell guys, it's always, again, you got to pay attention to what they're saying and doing. That's the key to most of the shit. You got to be aware of how they're responding to you. And that's going to give you the indication of whether to keep going or whether to fall back. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is, bro.
Because chicks just want attention. I ain't got time to be just
right, and that's why
it's not going to lead to anything.
Right, and that's why you need to do that shit quickly and swiftly, so it gives them no room to fucking play games. You feel what I'm saying? So when you see she playing games, you kick her ass to the curb. You feel me? But yeah, I appreciate the call, my dude. All right, I'm gonna holler at you later, man. No problem.
All right, peace.
All right, peace. Bye. All right, who is this? Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mr. Locario? This is LG from New York.
What up? What's poppin' with you, man?
Chillin', man. I had a quick question for you.
All right.
This is a girl that goes to my gym. So, long story short, I met her on campus about a month ago. And I saw that she went to the same gym that I went to. So, when I saw her on campus, she wasn't in any of my classes, but I just saw her in the library.
Right.
So I went up to her and I was like, hey, yo, you go to my gym. So long story short, I introduced myself. She introduced herself to me. I got her name and that was it.
Right.
Now, ever since then, a month ago, every time I see her at the gym, I always say hi to her or she says hi to me. yada yada, and then we go about our workouts. But I always see her from like the corner of my eye, just staring at me. And she's always glancing at me. So then I'll check her out sometimes. She'll check me out. My question to you is not to ask a stupid question. It's how do I go about that? Like, how do I approach that situation? Because she's always training with her friend, and I don't know her friend, but I know the girl that I'm trying to get with. And I feel awkward going up to her and approaching her and trying to get her number if she's working out. But like I said, I always see her giving me eye contact. I know that every time I'm using like a certain machine, she'll magically pop up in the same area that I'm working out at. So I'm not sure how to proceed from there.
So when you say that
I'm not sure if we'll be out of place for me to try to approach her or.
So wait, hold on. So when you say that,
I don't want to be that guy where.
Hold on. So when you say that you see her and you say hi to her, when is that happening?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Dude, this dude must got his phone on mute or some shit. Cause I'm trying to talk to you. You notice he couldn't hear me and shit. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, cool. All right, so
did you hear what I just said?
Yeah, I heard all of it. I heard you must have had your phone on mute or something, but I heard all of it. But this, what I was asking you is, you said that you would see her sometimes and you would say hi to her or whatever. So when is that point where you say hi to her? Is that when y'all walk in the hallway of the gym, or when is that happening?
Well, all right, so check it out. So usually when I go to the gym, she's usually there before me. I don't know exactly what time she goes, but I usually go around like 6:30.
Right.
So as I'm going into the gym and I'm walking across the floor, she'll catch my eye and I'll wave to her, and then she'll wave back to me. But like I noticed, even like the other day, like I said, she trains with her friend. I was on the pull-up bar, so I was doing my pull-ups, and she's on the other side of the gym, and I see her and her friend just staring at me. And I try to play it off. I feel kind of uneasy. I was like, I'm not sure if I should go up and approach or if I should just mind my business. Long story short, I did the pussy thing. I just sat down and minded my own business. But I wasn't sure how to proceed because obviously I don't want to let more time go by without me taking any action.
Right. Well, the thing is this: she already knows you. You feel what I'm saying? She already knows. She already knows of you or whatever. So really, all you need to do in those situations is, especially like when it's a situation where you are in the same place, you're going to see the same chick and all that other stuff, right? All you need to do is go up to her and strike up a conversation. Like while you're working out, just be like, yo, what are you working out? What are you working on today? You working on your triceps, by leg, or what are you doing? You understand what I'm saying? And just have a conversation about that. So then what you're doing is that you're getting her used to, you guys having that conversation. Now, the next time you see her, like let's say, for example, next time you go there, you see her in the gym, she's looking at you, you walk up to her, and be like, yo, what are you working on today? It looks like, you look like you're working on this or working on that. Or if you see her lifting a weight a certain way, or if you have some information, you can say, hey, I noticed if you lift the weight this way versus that way, it works this and works that. So just have a regular conversational workout just to gauge how receptive she is to you with the conversation, right? Then if you see her again, let's say you see her again the next day, right? And you see that she's receptive to you, that time where you see her in the hallway or whatever, where she says hi and all of that other shit, that's when you go up to her, or, when she's waving at you, go up to her and be like, yo, what's going on? How's your day? What's going on with you? Blah, blah, blah. And then you could say, yo, what are you doing after this? You understand what I'm saying? Let's go get a bite to eat. Let's go get a smoothie or some shit, whatever the fuck it is. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So you just go in, because at this point, she already knows you. She knows of you. She sees you, whatever it is like that. All you're doing is that you're step by step, indirectly getting at her and then seeing how she's responding to you. So what I would say is the first thing to do is just, talk about the gym shit. Next thing you know, when you see her again in the hallway or whatever, be like, yo, what you doing after this? What's going on with you? You understand? Because what you want to also is you want to get information on her, because you don't know this chick probably got a boyfriend. You don't know this. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about this chick at this point. You see what I'm saying? So even if you said, hey, what are you doing after this? I'm going to go to get a bite to eat at such and such. You want to roll through? And she says, yeah. Then when you roll through, you get more information about her. You see what I'm saying? You get more conversation going, because all you really need to do is really assert yourself to that point. Because if she's staring at you and she's checking you out and she's waving at you and all this other stuff, all you need to do is assert yourself to create that situation going. You see what I'm saying? And so since the thing is, since you're in the gym and you're going to always see her, what it is that you don't have to put it in a sort of situation where you're directly letting her know, like, hey girl, you're hot, I want to get with you, blah blah blah. It's more so I'm being friendly towards you to sort of get you out of this situation so that I can have you in a different situation to be able to talk to you and see what's popping. You see what I'm saying? So now,
my thing is,
go ahead. What you saying?
My thing is, this has been going on for about a month now. Where like she'll see me, she'll stare at me, vice versa. We'll say hi to each other, yada yada. Nothing more than that.
And so you guys have never. So you saying you guys never had an actual conversation? It's just hi and then that's it, or waving?
Yeah, because like I said, I told you I saw her when I was on campus, and that's when I came up to her and I introduced myself. But I was on my way to class, so I asked her if she went to my gym. She said yeah. So I introduced myself. I said, hey, this is my name. She gave me her name, and then we went about our business. So then once we had that mutual connection at first, now every time we saw each other after that at the gym, we would just wave to each other.
Okay, so then she already, like, yeah, so y'all already know each other. So, dude, it's nothing. Just go up to her and be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing after this? Let's hang out. That's all you need to do.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking now. But the thing about it is that she's usually like when people are working out, some people go to the gym and they bullshit. When she works out, she's serious, just like I'm serious. So I don't really have time to actually like.
No, but this is what I'm saying. When she waves to you, where is that happening?
Usually like she's like for example, she's doing like tricep pushdowns. She'll be by the machine, and I'll be passing by, and then she'll wave at me.
So wow, so wait, hold on. So when she waves at you and you're passing by, stop and go and talk to her. That's what I'm saying. Like that when she waves at you.
Out, though, then I feel bad. Then
don't worry about that. Listen, be like, if she waves at you, you go up to her. Hey, what you work? Because I used to work in a gym. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a dude in there that would do this shit all the time, where there'll be like a new like hot girl that comes into the spot, and he usually talks to everybody. So he's like a talkative dude, whatever. But he'll go up to her and be like, hey, what are you working on? What are you working on today? And he'll like show her some, because he's like good at working out and all that other stuff. He knows a lot of stuff about weights and all this other shit. So he'll just give her a little tip, and then he'll be like, what's your name? Blah blah blah. And she's like, oh, so every time he sees her again, he'll see her again, be like, hey, what's going on? Blah blah blah. And so now she gets comfortable with him. And then even during the workout, he'll come up to her and say something and have a little conversation. Nothing too long, maybe like a minute or two. So what I'm saying is that let's say you walking by, she's on her doing her little thing or whatever. She waves at you. You be like, hey, okay, what's going on? How you doing? What you working on today? Oh, cool. Listen, what you doing after this? I was gonna go get a bite to eat. You want to roll with me real quick? That's it. You feel what I'm saying? And then she'll either say yes or no. She'll be like, oh, I can't because I got to do this. Oh, no problem. I'll catch you another time. You see what I'm saying? But at least now you're starting the shit where you're making that happen. So the next time you see her, you could be like, yo, listen, I'm gonna be doing this thing, this weekend. We should just hang out. Here's my card. Give me a call sometime. You understand? So all it is that she knows that you're trying to make it happen. If she's trying to make it happen, she will actually make it go down. So the fact that she's looking at you, waving at you, all you need to do is do it. See, the problem is, I think you're scared of her not wanting to fuck with you. That's the problem you're scared of. You feel what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, it doesn't matter if she fucks with you or not, because let's say if you try to even hit her up to go to go out and she kind of declines or whatever it is like that, and most likely she's going to decline, because if she's checking you out all that time, she's showing interest. At this point, she's probably wondering what the fuck is taking you so long to even come in and say something to her. You feel what I'm saying? If she's actually checking you out like that. You see what I mean? Because sometimes dudes be having girls like look at them, but they're not really checking them out. You feel what I'm saying? So she could just be.
That's the thing, though. It's been like a month, and like I said, I remember one time the other day I was on the other side of the gym, and I saw her. There was nobody else in that area. The only thing that was behind me was a fucking blank wall, and her and her girlfriend were just staring. They were looking directly in my direction. Then the other time I noticed that if I'm going to like, say I'm doing like biceps and I'm passing by them,
right,
they'll start laughing out of nowhere, like just like giggling.
Dude, you better stop bullshitting and go and fucking talk to this girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. My boy was like, yo, you're a fucking idiot. Like, I don't know if someone needs to smack you in the face or what, but like, you're being stupid right now. I'm like, yo, man, I don't know.
Dude, go and holler at this chick and stop playing games, bro. Just go up and say what up. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Let me ask you one quick question then, and then cause I know you have more calls.
Go ahead.
Is it cool? I was thinking about like next time I see her, just joking around and be like, yo, I see you checking me out. I'll be checking you out sometimes. So instead of us just exchanging glances, how about you give me your number and then we can go out sometime? Like,
yeah, do that, dude, do that shit. Do that shit.
That's what I wanted to do, but the only thing is that when I said it to myself, I was like, damn, that sounds kind of cocky.
That's good. It should sound cocky. You feel what I'm saying? Do that shit. That's what I'm saying. Because at first I didn't realize that you said that y'all already spoke at the school, like I had an exchange or whatever. So I'm like, dude, she already knows you. It's been a month. She keeps seeing you. So yeah, do that shit. Do that fucking
cool.
shit. In fact, that'll make it.
I haven't made a move yet. Don't think too much of it, right?
Right. Just do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, and this is what I'm gonna tell you. Let's say if she, most likely she'll only decline if she has a boyfriend. So it is what it is. Okay. But if the other situation comes where she's playing games or she's like acting all funny, when you go back to the gym, just keep it business as usual. Just still say what up to her, like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? And just keep that shit pushing. You understand what I'm saying? Because what happens is if she declines it, she's gonna still be thinking about it. She's gonna be wondering why you're moving on so quick. You feel what I'm saying? If she doesn't respond, you see what I mean? So what I want you to do is I don't want you to feel awkward going back the next day if she doesn't want to really make it happen. But most likely she is gonna make it happen if she's been checking you out this whole time. All you got to do is go up there and let her know what it is. You see what I'm saying?
I got you. Thank you, Locario. Appreciate
man.
it, man.
All right, bro. I'm holler at you, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right. Who is this? Yo, what's going on?
Yo, what's going on, Mr. Locario? This is Al from LA.
What up, bro? What's going on with you?
Hey, big dog, man. I don't mean to be rude to the last guy, but yeah, man, just to find a whole bunch of bullshit, man. Just do it, bro.
Yeah, you gotta just go out there and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which I guess it was a good call, but the call before that was even better, which was actually leading into my question. And that is, why don't we ever call you and ask you what to fix about ourselves? Most of us call you asking about what to do about the chick. It's always about the chick. It never is about, hey, how could I improve myself? Because finally today, your mantra, the truth is inside you, has made sense.
Right.
So let me get into my realization, and then I'll go into the question. So I've been having this mastermind group where we've been meeting up and talking about how to improve with women and in business. And we just started going about really understanding yourself.
Right.
And then I came down to a conclusion that men just don't value themselves as like women do. Then I ran this by with my sister, and I asked her the question, hey, you know what? Why is it that women only have guy friends rather than girlfriends? And her answer kind of startled me, and it was like, you know what? We hang out with men, okay, keyword men, because they don't judge us. But other women and effeminate men do. That's why we don't fuck with them.
Right.
And I was like, what? Like, I was like stumped. At first I was like, nah, you know what? These girls hang out with men because, they want the attention, blah, blah, blah. But when she broke it down to me, it made sense. So my question is, can you clarify, what she really means by that with a man's perspective, with your perspective, being around a lot of women?
Right. Well, the thing is, what she says has a lot of merit, where she's saying that being around feminine dudes or, and also other women are very judgmental. And this is also connected to why certain guys get sex easier than other dudes. Because the guys who get the sex the easiest are the ones who are the least judgmental. The ones who are the least judgmental are usually the alpha dudes who approach women as, hey, I want to fuck you. I want to have sex with you. So the thing is, if I'm telling her, hey, I want to fuck you, that indirectly means I'm not going to judge you for fucking me. You see what I'm saying? If I'm treating you as if I'm, want to be on some boyfriend, girlfriend shit, if I'm treating you as if like, oh, like we got to wait to get to, let's get to know each other, girl. And I'm going to do all that bullshit. it's almost like I'm going to judge you if you fuck me too quick. You see what I'm saying? And also they hear all this shit where guys say, "Oh, I'm never gonna wife up a girl who's gonna fuck a guy quick or whatever." So it's a correlation to that. So the thing is, like she was saying, she wants to hang out with guys because they're less judgmental. The women and the very feminine guys or even beta male guys are extremely judgmental about women's sexuality. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why
because she even told me, even if the guys are just friends, I mean, she was telling me that they will even share sex stories. And she says that with men, instead of being judged, they always want to one-up her story. So meaning like, I did this. Oh, well, I did that plus this. And she said that she would just laugh and, kind of think that was cool. So I was like, damn. Like, I'm like, even with like alpha male as friends, I mean, they're more comfortable around.
Right, exactly. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? And so also too, like, you have a lot of guys who, they're conditioned to sort of think that way. They think that, women need to be coddled in this way, or that women aren't as sexual as men and all this other stuff. So that comes out in their behavior. But again, the reason why some of these alpha male dudes get sex easier is a big reason is because there's not the judgment on it. There's no judgment, because if I'm talking to a girl and I'm really being extremely sexual with her, it's giving her the green light, and it's almost like it's like we're speaking the same language, and we both understand that we both understand. Do you understand what I mean? So what it means is So what it means is that if I'm being sexual towards her, she knows that I get it. You understand? She knows that I understand her nature as a sexual being. So therefore, she's going to, in return, be sexual to me because I get it. Versus the guys who don't get it. So what happens if you're a guy that doesn't get it? She's going to act like she's not sexual because she doesn't want to be judged by you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So that leads into my question is how do we, as not complete alpha males, do we start shifting our minds to stop being judgmental towards ourselves? Because that was the last caller. He was just completely judging himself about the worst fucking case scenario that's going to happen.
Exactly
to a chick in the gym, and also how can he translate into not judging her?
Right.
Because I don't think that's covered in this community. Everything's about what I do for this bitch, what I do for that bitch.
Right. Right. Well, the thing is, for guys, like guys have to get off this thing with their ego, because this is what happens too. Some of the guys who don't get a lot of attention from women, or don't get as much sex as other dudes, or don't get any sex at all, or whatever, those guys are upset at the alpha male dudes because they get it, and they're upset at the women for choosing the alpha male guys. So it's all this anger and frustration that's put out from the beta male to the alpha males and the women who like the alpha guys. So they're like, oh, why do they always want to, fuck this guy and he's a jerk and he's this and he's that? But they don't understand what's really going on. So for those guys, what they need, if you're in that position, you need to come to the realization, or you need to accept that women are sexual beings. You need to accept that this is how it goes, and you need to accept what women find attractive. You understand what I'm saying? Like women more likely, women is funny because women a lot of times seem to accept what men find attractive more than what men find, because you ought to always have those women that's going to complain like, oh, all you guys want is the blah 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 blah. But you have certain women who accept that, and then they get in where they fit in, or they try to improve on this shit.
To it, yeah.
Right, you see what I'm saying? But for some reason, dudes, a lot of guys want to do shit like go MGTOW and all that, and complain about the shit and expect women to just change because you know what I'm saying?
Got tired of women, right?
Right, you know what I'm saying? But they don't want to understand, like, look, this is how women are. So those guys will be like, oh, these women are sluts and they're fucked up and you can't trust them and they suck and, you know, they're going to take all your money and they're going to bleed you dry and they're going to divorce you and this and this and that. So they got, I get dudes leaving comments on my shit like that every day. Oh, you know, don't do this because women are evil and they're going to do it. So.
Right. All this bullshit that hasn't even happened to them.
Right.
You know, they're experts on. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. So they're on all that shit. So now how do you're not going to get no girls thinking that way. It's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. And then so the cycle's going to continue because you're going to say, oh, that girl that I liked fucked with that other guy. But, and then this is the delusion that these guys have. They're like, oh, but I'm such a nice guy and I'm such a cool guy. How come she didn't get with me? But really, are you the nice guy? Are you the cool guy?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably nice, but for the wrong reasons. For, you know, their sneaky-ass reasons rather than keeping it real or being a man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so that's the problem. So like you were saying, and you brought up a very good point about guys working on self-improvement because you have to improve on yourself to become that dude. You know what I'm saying? Not only just for women, but just in general. Like, you know, you being angry and upset about women, it's you know, it's like you're wasting all that energy.
I mean, it's stupid.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you're wasting energy.
You have no control over them.
Right, exactly. So all you know...
That's why, like I said, that's why the truth is inside you. Like, just click for me today, and I've been fucking with you for years. Yeah,
and that's, dude. Trust me, a lot of cats they won't get it till later. So it's all. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's something that you gotta recognize and realize at a certain point. You start to be like, okay, now it's clicking. Because again, the reason why that a lot of people don't get that slogan, because I say the truth is inside you. The reason why they don't get it is because everyone's looking outside of themselves to fuck with shit. So when we talk about like confidence, when we talk about you being, you know, having self-improvement, like this one dude hit me up. He said, oh, I'm working on, you know, improving myself. So what kind of car should I get? And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? That's where his thought, he's like, I got to get a car to improve myself.
Oh, shit.
It's like, really? That's what I'm saying. So dudes, you know.
Damn, bro. And I believe you get these types of questions.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like I said, today I was like, honestly, I'll usually sit through your show and listen to these guys. And, bro, for the first time, I got annoyed at your last two callers, man. Because you keep giving them the answer, but I keep hearing the, yeah, but.
Right. Well, dude. It's the process though, because they're fighting with their programming. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. For that, I don't blame them because I've been in that boat.
Right. So
you know, it's kind of like I just see the crack in the egg show where oh shit, like okay, I'm starting to see a little bit of light. So now I'm like okay, you know what? Every time I call in, it has to be about. Let's say even if I'm trying to approach a bitch, I got to come up and be like, hey, Locario, I'm scared for this reason. What would you recommend for me to get over my fear?
Right, exactly.
It's about me, not the bitch.
Thank you. Jesus Christ. Thank you. This is what I'm trying to this is what I've been trying to tell cats for the longest. I'm like, yo, like that's what it is. It's like you got to see what it is about you. That's the problem. That's the problem that cats don't get because they're always like, oh, can you give me this pickup line or can you know, what can I say or you know, I got to get more money and look better and looks money status. And I'm like, yo, y'all talking about all the wrong shit. Y'all talking about all this shit that's not going to really do nothing for you. Because I always said it like this. It's like they're trying to, it's like if let's say if you have a toothache, right? And you need a root canal. Brushing your teeth isn't going to make the tooth feel better. You feel what I'm saying? You need to go deeper. You need to go inside. You see what I'm saying? To fix that shit.
Yeah, kill that nerve.
Right, exactly. And that's what they don't get. You see what I'm saying? They think, oh, let me just brush it better. I gotta brush the teeth more, and then it's gonna make no. That's why they're having failure after failure because it's like they don't realize that they gotta go within. That's what it is. You see what I mean?
So then let me ask you this then. Because for me, you know what? I mean, my biggest fear, and I'll say this, feminism had won a war against me. Because at least I know, you know, what I want as a man. And it's almost the same thing you want. But when I go out there, I approach a woman, and the first fear I have is, oh shit, what about if she gets uncomfortable, or what about if she gets mad?
Right.
How do I start, kind of like catching that, nipping it in the bud, and still doing what I got to do?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is this: you got to. Well, first of all, if a woman feels a certain type of way, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's really, on her. You understand? Because what it is that a lot of this with the feminism and people scared of the Me Too and, I'm going to get caught with sex. They're going to say I'm sexually harassing this person or whatever.
Right.
Most of that shit that dudes is worried about is not going to happen. So what I'm saying is that if you're chilling in a park and you see some girl on a bench and you go up and talk to her, most of the time, she's not gonna go and try to find some police because you said how are you? Like, she's not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my fear is not that. It's more about like damn, like I don't want her to think I'm a horny freak that's a misogynist. I'm not afraid of the police, because again, I've called in a couple other times, and like I told you, in college, I went to a very liberal college. I was fucking feminist. I was fucking in hallways. I was doing all that shit. So that's never really been my fear. It's just been more like, again, like revealing my real self. And like I said, is that misogynistic, horny freak. That's the side I've been repressing.
Right, and that's the thing. You don't need to repress that, because the thing is, for it's all about, and I always say it's all about your intention. You feel what I'm saying? Like my dude Marv K said in the chat room, said as long as the intention is pure. That's exactly what it is. Because if I'm talking to a girl and I'm real sexual with her, if I'm real, this and that, my intention is never to do any harm to anybody. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because that fear does come up. Yeah, where I'm a 6-foot guy fucking around with 4-foot something female.
Right. So is the intention is not to do that. The thing is, though, is a woman might feel a certain way, but that's based off of what's happening in her life or what has happened that triggers something that you have really no control over. So the thing is that if your intention is pure and you're letting her know, hey, this is what I'm trying to do, this is what I'm about, blah, 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 and she feels a certain way or she feels like this or like that, a lot of times there's really nothing you can do about that, but just make sure that your intentions is, authentic with how you're coming at it. Because a lot of times when your intentions are authentic, it's going to go smoothly.
I'm fucking with midgets.
They're saying you fucking with midgets in the chat room?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to go smoothly. And then,
everybody's a midget.
Right. But the thing is, a lot of times if it doesn't go smoothly, sometimes you're just going to have to let that shit go and let her deal with that. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's not really anything that you can control. It's more so something she has to deal with on her own. So it's also up to you to sort of feel and figure out and be able to read the signs of how she's responding. Because this is why I always tell guys it's very important to know how to read women, because you don't want to keep, and this is why it's important to read women, and it's also important to have social intelligence, meaning you can read her and you can know when to keep going and when to stop. So that's the thing that because a lot of guys they can't pick up on social cues, and they'll keep talking to a girl who is showing social cues that she's not interested in talking to you, or she doesn't want to talk to you anymore, she's feeling uncomfortable, and they'll still keep going. So the thing is, you got to know.
And I think you released a video like that not so long ago, right? About like even though a woman stops and talks to you, that's a very good indicator that she wants you to pursue, right? Something like that, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, I put that video out the other day. It was on it's the Bad Boy membership program I have about cold approaching and getting solid numbers. Where I was talking about, like if I stop a girl in the street and she stops, it's like, cool, she's stopping. I'm noticing she's stopping, so this is a good sign, and she's having a conversation with me. And she doesn't seem like she's in a rush to walk away. You understand? But if I'm walking in the street and I see a girl and I try to stop and I'm like, hey, miss, what's up? And she keeps walking, and then I keep walking after her, and I'm like, yo, stop for a second, stop. And she keeps
walking and shit.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Then that's an issue. You see what I mean? So you got to be able to read the shit. You see what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
that's what it is. And it's also coupled with understanding that You need to stop trying to feed your ego, because the feeding of the ego is the thing that makes you run after the girl, because now your ego's telling you you have to get that girl. Don't let her get away. You feel what I'm saying? Because you got to get her number. You know?
And we had the conversation last night about, the reason, we fuck around with chicks we're not interested in, we get limped.
Right, right.
That makes total sense. Yeah, right. It's just like I said, today was more about me embracing me.
Right,
the fuck I am, other than this, like, hey, you know what? I'm a socially acceptable guy. You
right.
fuck with me. You know what I mean? No. I'm a horny freak.
Right.
I like to do freaky shit.
Exactly.
Like, I like to put my fist in your ass.
Exactly.
So
exactly, and that's the thing.
Repressing.
And let them know that, man. Have that energy with you, because that's the thing that makes you more like authentic, because that's really what you're about. That's really how you want to come at the girl. That's really what you want to say. And the thing is, women at the end of the day respect that, because it's like this. Women generally already feel that most guys want to be sexual with them. So the more like that you're not sexual with them, you feel what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
The more they're looking at you funny. Like, what's up with this guy? Like, why is he? And
you could actually see their skin crawl. Yeah, you
right.
could actually see their skin crawl, because like there's something off about you. Because I have gotten that where I try to be proper, and then I'll get the phone call like a couple of days later, like, I can't mess with you because you know what? Like, something doesn't feel right, and that's usually when I act the most appropriate around them.
Right, because it's not really you. You see what I'm saying? That's the thing. They can sense that shit.
Right.
They could definitely sense that shit. I be telling cats like, yo, because and this is what confuses guys. This is why you gotta make sure you're not confused and understand the game. Women will say they want that proper guy. You understand what I'm saying? That'll come out their mouths. Yeah. But the reason why it's coming out their mouths is because of social norms. Meaning, for a woman, for her to come out and say, you know what, I want a guy who's gonna, throw me against the wall and stick his dick so far up my ass and make me come.
50 Shades of Grey.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
they can't say that outwardly, because it's not gonna make them look good in the public eye in society. So what they do is that they put on the front of saying, oh no, I want a guy to be really proper and blah 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 blah. So then you pick that shit up and you think this is what I gotta be. And then you end up thinking like, how come she's not fucking with me? She's not fucking with you because you didn't really know the true nature of what she wanted. And you didn't really know the true nature because she was listening to what she was saying in the public, which she's saying because she doesn't want to be judged. You see how we come right back around to it? You see what I'm saying? So,
and then that with women, it comes back to judging. I mean, again, I just want to shed on the light is that we're judging ourselves, and that's why this is happening.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And because since you're judging yourself, and since you're putting all this pressure on yourself, and you're saying, well, I shouldn't do this, and this is wrong if I do that, blah, 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 you end up within yourself internally fucking up your situation. You see what I'm saying? And so that, what I'm saying? And that's what
that makes total fucking sense.
Right.
Bro.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where the self-improvement comes in, where you understanding that the reality and how you really are in relation to what's really going on, that's what's going to give you the advantage of the game. You feel what I'm saying? To understand it. You see what I mean?
No, I completely see what you mean, man. I'm glad I called yesterday and today, bro. It's been like very eye-opening, man.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate the call, man.
For the
Real
rest
shit.
of you need to get on that bad boy membership. It's really no fucking joke. I mean, it's gonna take you maybe, hopefully, a lot shorter than me after this call.
Right.
But hey, this shit is the truth, guys. This shit is the truth.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, and appreciate you coming up with the good game so we can have that discussion. You feel me?
Yeah, so hopefully the next guy that calls in admits that he's afraid and is not giving. Dude, do me a favor, hang up on them. If you give them the answer, they keep going to that same bullshit. But what about her? No, like no.
Like I said, it's a process, man. It's a process. They got it. They got to go through it, and then they'll see what it is. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you, man. All right, man. Keep up the good work. I'm gonna go back to the show. Peace, man.
That's what's up. Appreciate it.
All
right. Let me see who this is. Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, Locario, what's going on?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
It's Russ from Jersey. I called last week.
All right.
The one that had y'all niggas laughing.
All right, what's going on with you, bro?
Nothing much. I just got off. I was just tuning into the last call and all that. About like, you know, how guys be kind of afraid to be honest and all that good stuff. I wanted to ask you, because I think I might have asked you before, whatever. I'm sure you did videos about it, you know, say the same thing over and over again. But, you know, I notice a lot of times, a lot of chicks, you know, they kind of like shame men for trying to just want to fuck. Now, I know, you know, we all know that's bullshit. But, like, you know, when you're trying to be an alpha male, and you're trying to become sexual with women, because you say, always be honest from the front, like, be direct, don't go indirect. You know what I'm saying? So my question to you is, you know, why do you personally think that when the guys are direct, that women trying to be all shameful or try to shame a man for wanting to just be direct and just want to hit it and be cool? Like, well, you know, what's your take on that?
Well, a lot of times the reason why is because some of those girls that you're being direct with was trying to use you for attention or use you as the beta male type of nigga that they could like extract resources from, get a lot of fucking attention from, and not really make anything happen. You understand? So the reason why the shaming is happening is because they see women just like how we have chicks who are chicks will just smash, and then we'll have chicks who we'll see and we're like, yeah, she seems like wifey. You understand? We have different categories. Women are the same way. They have different categories. They got the guys that they would never really be in a relationship with, but they'll fuck them. You understand?
Yeah.
Then they have the guys who they'll be in that relationship with and go through the whole motions with. So now what happens is, if you're the type of guy who she sees as the type of guy she would want to be in a relationship with, she's going to shame you for just trying to fuck her. You see what I'm saying? Because she doesn't want that from you. You see what I mean? She's not going to shame the guy that she wants to fuck because she also wants to just fuck him right now. She'll shame you because she wants, you know, the other shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But at the same time, it's like, you're gonna have sex with your boyfriend no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So why sit there and shame a nigga for wanting to fuck, even if you want to be his girlfriend or not? Because you never know. Like, I'm gonna take my example. I only had 2 girlfriends. My first girlfriend, I was like 18. She was 16.
Right.
I met my girlfriend. We was both kids, so it don't really matter. It still matters to the day, but my personal experience when I had my first girlfriend, I was 18. She was like 16.
Right.
We fucked the second. I met her. We fucked the next day. We were together for like 3 years straight.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? So I know I can't use my personal experience for everybody's experience, but it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I think I was gonna be with my girlfriend for that long. We met one day. We fucked. We did it for 3 years. I don't know. We almost had a kid. She got abortion. Thank God for that. But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank God. But I'm saying, like, you don't never know. You never know. You might just want to fuck a nigga, and you might end up being his wife. You never know that.
Right.
So my thing is that, you know, it doesn't make sense for a female to shame a nigga for just wanting to fuck. That nigga might be your boyfriend, your fuck buddy. You don't know what's going to happen in the future. So you really never know that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
You feel me?
Well, that's the thing. They're not thinking about all. They're thinking about, you know, how they feel in relation to you at all times. So it's really all about, like, you know, because you could literally say, like, I could go up to a girl and say, listen, girl, I just want to have sex with you, and she'd be like, Miss Locario, that's messed up, and why you just want to have sex with me, blah blah blah, that's messed up. Then you could go to her literally the next day and say, hey girl, I want to have sex with you, and she'll be like, all right. You feel what I'm saying? So she's not shaming you, but she'll shame me because she might say, oh, but I wanted more from you, Miss Lo. You see what I mean? So it's just that thing. Now, what you were saying that could happen is she could fuck you quickly, like she could fuck you, and then y'all could end up being boyfriend and girlfriend. You understand?
Yeah.
But that also could happen through you sort of like, you know, finding out about each other. She starts to like you more, whatever. Yeah. But it's all about how she feels at first. Just like if I might see a chick and think, oh, she's just jump off material, and then I start fucking her and I realize I like her, and then she ends up being my girl. That also happens too. Yeah. But it's always the beginning of how she sees you and what she wants to do with you. You see what I'm saying? So that's really all it's about. You know what I mean? And so, and also too, sometimes what happens is that those women, they're running into a lot of guys who just want to fuck them, and then they'll fuck the guys who they want to fuck, But there's also the guys in that category that just want to fuck them, who they see as guys who could be boyfriend material. You see what I mean? And so then they shame those guys who they feel could be boyfriend material because they're like, fuck, like I wanted more from you and you're just trying to fuck me. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
but
that's...
that chick don't know that. How you know you gotta fuck? Like, I'm gonna tell you some real shit my brother always told me when I was a kid. Like, I got a brother who was 10 years older than me. When I was 12, that nigga said, no matter what happens, get the pussy first, no matter what. And that's real shit.
Right.
So, you don't care what, like, on real shit, you gotta get the pussy first. Don't sit there and try to be her man, like, nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Like, when you go, that's the, get the pussy first, then you fuck first, ask question later.
Exactly,
you know
right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, on some real shit.
Nah,
you
real talk.
But, yeah, like, real talk, though. Like, a lot of niggas understand that. Like, I'm not about to sit there and try to act like you want to be a man.
Right.
Like, okay, that's cool. You might be, because even me, like, I run into some, like, sometimes I see, you know, females that this chick is cute, she got a nice job, she could be a girlfriend material. But at the end of the day, I don't care how cool and nice you are. You know what I'm saying? You got to get down to business.
Right,
business come first.
Right, exactly.
So, you know what I'm saying? Even when you go to the bank, like, I'm cool. I came here to get that money no matter what's going on. I want cash to check, deposit. You go to the bank for one purpose, money. You go to the restaurant to eat. You don't go to the restaurant to talk about the food. You want to eat
exactly.
I got money. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat. Like, ain't no one to talk about. So,
right.
like, quickly business. So,
my
shit. Thing is, like, and another question I want to ask you, so, all right, so when you try to go direct, well, me personally, when I be indirect, I get more rejections. I know you say don't lie, just keep it 100. You know, we all know you said that already, but unfortunately, most guys, when they're trying to be direct, we get shut down way more often. The numbers get lower and lower and lower. So my question to you is, when you talk to a woman, should you be indirect and then try to hit it when you see her? Or should you just keep being direct and just keep getting shot down until you find, like, the small number of girls that want to fuck with you up front?
Well, the thing is this. You got to understand, being direct or indirect is not necessarily about the chick. It's more about your how much time you want to save and also what makes you comfortable. So what I mean is, the reason why, because when I tell guys to go indirect a lot of times the indirect approach is more for comfortability. Like I tell guys who are beginners or who's just learning the game to be indirect, because when you're indirect, you get to gauge the woman's interest without having to necessarily deal with rejection. So what I mean is that when you're going indirect, I could go up to a girl and I say, hey, what's that? What type of perfume is that? It smells good, right? So I'm just asking about the perfume. So you can't really reject me because I'm not trying to get with you at this point. I'm just seeing how responsive you are.
Yeah, but like, we keep it real. That girl ain't dumb. She know why you talk to her.
No. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying though is that the point is that I'm still. That's what I said. It's not about her. It's about you, because what it is some guys when they're first starting, they don't know what to say. So indirect gives you something to talk about because you're just talking about something in the situation. And two, it doesn't give you the rejection quickly. So now, let's say for example, if I go indirect and I say that, and I say, hey, what type of perfume is that? And let's say she's like, oh, it's Chanel. I got it from here. She's all talkative and she's being bubbly and nice. So now I'm like, oh, cool, she's nice. So now I'm gonna keep going. Now, what if she responded to me with a very like one word answer, she seemed like she didn't want to talk to me. So then I don't gotta keep talking to her. So that's the indirect way. Now, the direct thing, what's good about the direct thing is that the direct thing saves you time. So what I'm saying is that you talk to 100 girls and you tell all of them you want to just smash, you're not really trying to do nothing else. Out of those 100, maybe 5 or 10 will fuck with you. But this is the part that guys don't understand. The indirect is also going to give you the same type of result. Meaning that you can talk to 100 girls indirectly and only 5 or 10 are going to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? So guys think that if I go this way or that way, because what guys think with the directing, they're like, oh, but if I'm so direct, it's going to be harder for me to get the girl. You understand what I'm saying? All it is that it still balances out, because when you're direct, you're getting straight to the point so that you get to the girls faster that actually want to fuck with you. When you're indirect, what's happening is that you're taking more time at the beginning to feel shit out, but then you're still only going to end up with the girls that want to fuck you. You see what I'm saying? That's it.
That sounds about right. But again, I can only speak from my personal experience. You know, you are right. Like, or sometimes there's been some times where I've met chicks and I was indirect, like, okay, let's go out for a drink, let's go eat or something.
Right.
I don't go talk about fucking. I know if I say I just want to fuck, I'm gonna be like, who are you talking to? You know how that go.
Right.
But I say, no, well, let's go out for a drink, let's go out to meet up. Cool. You know, first date, everything cool. Second date, you know, third, I hit by the third time. Some girls, 1 date, sex. Some girls, 2 date, sex. Some girls, 1 date, no sex. So it's like, now if I would told a girl I just want to fuck from the door, she might look at me like I'm funny.
Right, but how many times? Right, but how many times?
You know what I'm saying?
But my question is, how many times have you went indirect and you still didn't get the chick?
It's been plenty of times.
That's what I'm saying. It's still the same shit. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's all about the girl at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like on the last call that said, it's not about the girl, it's about you.
Right.
What I'm saying is that some girls will fuck with you. Like, some girls you can get sex from, but you be that indirect. And then when you meet her up front, bring that alpha male sex energy out. It's almost like a female. So you got a female, when you go out with a female, she's being nice and cool. But then you get out in public, she want to be all freaky and shit. So it both go hand in hand, because, you know, when you ask a female, all right, let's go out for lunch. She don't really think you're going to try to, you know, she don't really expect you to come out the blue and start trying to get sexual with her on the first date. You know what I'm saying? With a female. You don't think a female going to want to be all sexual on the first time you meet her, but you get her when you want at the same time, this shit pop. Now, like I said, you go to a girl and say, yo, I just want to smash. She gonna kind of reject. And then when you say, okay, fuck it, I'll go indirect. Let's go indirect. Let's go out for a drink or go out to eat. Okay, cool. I don't mind doing the drink with you. You pay for the drink, whatever, blah, blah, blah. First date, you get sexual with her. Okay, this nigga sexy. I want to fuck this nigga. You understand? So sometimes some girls will return you down if you want to get sex, or you tell you want to fuck up front. Some girls will fuck with it. But then you got some girls who would be down with just go out to drink or eat casual. But then when you try to, you know, you have that energy, that sexual alpha energy, she's like, okay, this nigga safe. Let me fuck this nigga. So you never know.
But see, the thing you gotta understand though is that in any case, because I even get this question a lot of times where guys will say when they like what I want to say is that 9 times out of 10, whatever you did or whatever happened with the girl was most likely going to happen anyway. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say, for example, if I went direct with a chick and I said, hey, you know, I want to hook up with you. Like, I met a girl at a bar and I say, yo, I want to let's go back to your place tonight. You feel what I'm saying? And she says yes, and we fuck, right? The same thing would have happened if I would have went indirect, took her out to get drinks the next week, and then went to her house to fuck. I would have fucked either way if I went direct to indirect. Why? Because that girl's feeling me. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that I think a lot of guys think that there's a girl they approach and they say, damn, I went direct and she said no. But if I would have probably went indirect, she would have said yes and fucked me later. No, it usually is not going to work out that way. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, it's a lot of times you're going to have chicks who, a lot of times where they're already in their mind. You know, when you hear people say, oh, a girl knows within the first 5 minutes if she's going to fuck you, whatever. That's partially true.
True.
That's partially true. A lot of times they do it. The only time they won't fuck you after they thought they was is that if you fuck it up in some way by being needy or being weird or whatever. But generally, the girl who wants to do it, she's gonna do it. You feel what I'm saying? Because even if you went direct and you say to a girl, "Hey, I want to fuck you. I want to do this. I want to do that," she might not even necessarily do it that night, but she'll say,
Right.
"Oh, let's meet up next week." You feel what I'm saying? And then she'll fuck you that next week because she can't do it tonight because she got to go to work or whatever in the morning. Who the fuck knows? But that's what I'm saying.
Right.
So either way, all I'm saying is that the time that you want to spend and the way you want to go about it is up to you, whether you want to do it direct or indirect. The problem is guys think that going direct, they're lessening the chances of getting the women versus going indirect. But the thing is, you're gonna get basically the same amount of women. Like even my dude Alan Roger Curry said this in one of his videos. He was talking about. He said that most chicks are time wasters. So the chicks that you're mostly gonna talk to are gonna waste your time anyway. So my thing personally is I don't usually go indirect too much because I don't want my time wasted because it'll suck if I'm going indirect and I hang out with you, we go on, a few dates and then you don't want to fuck. It's like, why did I bother? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I could have just
true.
up front and say, yo, you want to get together and hook up? No? Okay, cool. Peace out. You feel what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you want to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to add a quick little, real quick shit. I know you talk about you gotta have confidence and all that.
Right.
You don't know the truth. Confidence is the thing that's gonna get you everything you want in life. And you always talk about you don't really need money, cars, all that good shit.
Right.
Which I agree with you. But at the same time, you gotta keep 100 though. Most niggas don't have confidence if they don't have their shit together.
Right. Well, then that even if this is the thing, I'll tell you this: even if they had their shit together, they still won't have confidence. You know why? Because if you feel like you have confidence because you have your shit together, that means you don't have confidence. You understand that?
I mean,
does that make sense?
Dude, it makes sense, but see, I look at confidence as strength.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, you're born with strength. A baby born with strength.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker can't pick up 100 pounds, though.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, I'm going to take it, like I said, my own experience. When I was homeless and broke, I still had a little bit of game. I looked good, so I had females that I can kind of chop it up with. But me being a young black man in America, not having your shit together, you're going to feel like, shit, I don't give a fuck with nobody. So that's facts. Not having your life together, not having your money right, you're not going to be confident. I don't care what nobody says. Like, you can have a tight game, and you can still get some ass, but if you don't have your life together, most women ain't gonna fuck with niggas who ain't do nothing for them.
A lot of women fuck with dudes that don't do shit for them.
Right, you're right. You're right. I know that. Trust me, believe. Trust me. Trust me. I had a cousin. He was living. I know niggas who in the shelters fucking bitches.
Right.
But that's like. I'm gonna keep it real. There's a small percentage of niggas that can actually pull that off.
There's a lot of dudes doing that shit. Trust me, there's a lot of niggas doing that shit. I'm telling you, there's a lot of dudes because you know what it is. It's like this. You gotta understand something. There's a lot of motherfuckers that got their shit together, right? But they can't get a woman to save their life. This is why, like, even for example, do you know, like, for example, for me. To do a 30-minute session with me is $200 basically. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if a nigga couldn't afford $200 to speak to me for a half an hour, he most likely got his shit together. You see what I'm saying?
True.
So that's what I'm saying.
I guess it depends on the nigga. Like I said, I only talk about my experience.
Right.
Every man is different. I know you know who Alpha Male Strategies is, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, and I always listen to him a lot because he says focus on your purpose. And my thing is this, like I said, I go back from my experience. Even though I still was a good-looking guy, I still had a little game. I could only get but so much. Now, like I say, I always go back to niggas who I know who used to fuck bitches and they would have no money. They either had a tight mouthpiece or they were good in bed. Now, the average nigga, I'm no homo, I don't judge another nigga, but I know that from what I know. Seriously, I have a cousin who was banging bitches that like living, that's another story. But the average guy doesn't have the mouthpiece or the dick game to really pull it off like that. The average nigga. You understand? So my thing is this. You have to use what you got to get what you want. Just like females. They use their looks. Men they judge women on their looks. The woman knows for a fact, if I'm attractive, I'm going to get men. If she don't have the looks, she got to have the body, the sex. If she don't got the looks, she got to compensate for what she don't got. And I think
And that's 100% facts because as men, if our mouthpiece ain't that tight, if our dick game, you got to have something that women gravitate to it, whether it's your looks, your clothes, your car, your money. You got to have something.
So my question is, what makes your mouthpiece tight though? You know what I'm saying?
Well, that is true. You got to hang around the right people, the right guys who got game.
Right. So my thing is that your mouthpiece is tight because of what's going on in your mind. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So what I'm saying is that, you know, the thing about like having your shit together, because usually when people say having their shit together, they're really just talking about, you know, having money, probably having a nice house or whatever and all that other shit, having a car maybe. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what I'm saying is that having your shit together is great. Like, you're supposed to have your shit together. That's besides the point, actually. When we talking about the chicks, the problem is people look at that as the point to getting chicks, because you have to ask yourself, why do you need to have your shit together, but the girl doesn't need to have her shit together for you to want to fuck with her?
Now that's something that you just said something. You just said something that got me. Well, of course, we live in. This is America, so, female, all she gotta do is look good. Now, a real nigga, I put it to you like this, I want to be on here all day, but it's not real talk, I gotta, this is real talk, we're gonna talk today, this evening, but this is how it is. A man who has his shit together, right, of a high value male, he'll fuck a chick who broke, but not gonna fuck with a chick who's broke. You agree with that, right?
Now, some actually do fuck with chicks that...
Unless he is well, now, if he is sucker for love, then whatever. We ain't talking about no suck-ass nigga. It's about a nigga who got value.
Right.
The average value man who got the game, money, he's not gonna fuck no broke bitch. He might fuck her, but he's gonna fucking get rid of her because she ain't worth nothing. She ain't do nothing for him. Female, the same way. Now, he is a cute chick who gonna have no money. She gonna get a nigga that's gonna a simp. Now, she's a woman who's attractive, has her shit together financially. She ain't gonna fuck with no broke. Well, she'll fuck a broke nigga and get rid of him because he can't do shit for her. But she gotta have that real. His sex gotta be on point. You understand? She gonna fuck with a nigga who got shit together as a mate. So it works both ways. A value man only want a value woman. A value woman only want a value male. Like Tarina, she said, you gotta date up, not date down. And that's real talk. Now, you can fuck a bummy ass cute bitch in the hood, or fuck a dusty nigga in the hood who's gonna bust your back out, but you gonna fuck him and tell him, get out my face. Or some women fall in love with a dusty nigga because they ain't, whatever. That's the whole other story. But for the most part, if you a millionaire, you want to date a millionaire. You don't want to date down. You're supposed to date up. You understand what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just want to, which is true,
But see, this is the thing. This is the thing that I'm trying to get across, is that when we talk about getting your shit together, right? See, guys think getting their shit together. I did a video about this a while ago. Guys think getting your shit together automatically means that it's going to be easier for you to get chicks, or that you're going to get chicks because you got your shit together. You understand what I'm saying? Having your shit together, right, is a bonus.
It just helps you.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, you could. So that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that everything that you want, as far as any type of relationship you want with a woman, you can still actually get that without having your shit together. Now, if you do have your shit together, you having your shit together should be something that should happen, period. And as a result of you having that could be something that's a bonus to you dealing with the woman in the first place. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that, because also when you talk about confidence, see, that's the problem, is that dudes are trying to get their shit together so that they can be confident or feel confident, which is not the way to go. Because
what I'm trying to explain to you is, like I said, you don't need it. Damn, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, my bad. This weather got me all fucked up in the game. But you don't necessarily, like I said, confidence is what you need to get started. It's like a little kickstart. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what, and that, but so wait, that's what I'm saying.
Like
That's
I said, the kickstart is sometimes not enough. Like I said, some men don't have the mouthpiece or the sex game to really pull it off like that.
So what you're So what you're saying? Wait. So what you're saying is that the guys need sort of like the money and the car to get the shit together in order to feel confident first.
I'm not saying you don't need it to feel confident, but I'm gonna use myself for example. You know, when I started getting myself together, you know, having myself together, I was able to go out and buy better clothes, get a haircut every few days. I felt better as a man, as a black man, that I know I got my money together. I can buy clothes, look good. I got my mouthpiece a little tight. I look good. I got more men fuck with me because, okay, I see this nigga look good. He always he got money. What's up with this nigga? So I feel better about myself as a man. In America, I can step to a woman with more confidence.
So my question is, hold on, wait. Right. This is the thing I want you to understand. Answer me this: Was it because you had better clothes, a better haircut, looking better? Was that the reason why she fucked with you? Or was the reason why she fucked with you was because you felt better about yourself?
Say that one more time.
My question is, did she fuck with you because you had a better clothes, better haircut, better swag, or whatever? Was she fucking with you because of that? Or was she fucking with you because you felt better about yourself because of all the shit you acquired?
That's a tricky question.
But this is what I'm trying to explain to you. She was fucking with you. This is what I'm saying. She's fucking with you because you felt better about yourself. That's the key.
True.
That's the key. True. That's what I'm saying.
But then, right. But then again, some women ain't gonna. Right. I mean, you're right. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
You know, I'm just trying to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to explain to you that all this stuff you're saying is really the feeling. What I'm saying to you is, you can actually have the feeling before you get all that shit going. So what I'm saying is, you can feel good with that shit. That's cool also, but you don't need that to actually feel that way. Because that's what I'm saying. The confidence is the feeling. It's that energy that that you feel at the moment that makes you. It's just like, this is why, and just a real quick side note, this is why a lot of guys who sort of, some women will say is good looking, will get women to want to fuck with them. It's not just because they're good looking. It's because they feel good about themselves because they're good looking. It's the feeling that's making them attract the women more so than just the looks. That's what I'm saying.
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. So the same thing with confidence. It's the same exact thing. You see what I'm saying?
Just like I said, confidence like strength. You know, I can only lift up 80 pounds. I'm not going to lift up 200 pounds and fuck around and break my back. You
right, but the reason why, I'm
gonna keep working on. You work your way up as you get yourself together. You start.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The reason why you can't. But this is what I'm saying. The reason why you're not lifting up the 200 pounds is because your mental muscle is weak. It's not about you having the other shit. You understand that actually relying on the other stuff is the thing that makes you weaker? Because if you say, oh, I'm feeling good because I have a car or money. If I take away your car and money, you automatically feel bad. You see what I'm saying? That's just how it works. So therefore, that's what I mean by that's not really confidence. That's outside shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you say, oh, I'm confident now because I've been working out and all of this other stuff. Yeah, that's cool that you're working out and you can say, I feel better about myself because of this. That's great. But what I'm saying is that if you're relying on that as your source of confidence, when you are not in the best shape that you are now, you're going to start feeling bad about yourself because you're using that as your confidence. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is that you can point to that and say, I feel good. And there's nothing wrong with that. But don't ever confuse that with actual confidence. That's what I'm saying. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm using my personal experience. You know, like I said, every guy's different. Like I said, you got guys who are flat broke who still get ass. You got guys who need money to get ass. So it's like, you know, you got to use whatever you don't have. Whatever you don't have, you got to work with what you have.
Right.
And whatever you don't have, work on that as well. You know what I'm saying? You got to have something. Like I said, you got to get ass either way. It's
right,
but
and also
get it how you live.
Right, and also
like,
too,
I'm from the streets, so we get it how we got to get it.
Right, but also too, you got to understand that, you know, everything you have or don't have is still coming from how you view shit and how your mindset is. So the thing is that if you have the mindset of, this is why a guy who don't got shit when it comes to interacting with women will have more women than a guy who has his shit together, because that guy who has his shit together, in his mind, he thinks this is what he needs to either get the girl, or he just has his shit together and doesn't know anything about attracting women. So when we talk about in the context of attracting women, a dude who has his shit together, right? It doesn't necessarily correlate to him attracting women, because those are two different subjects. The thing is, a guy thinks that having his shit, because the guy thinks, well, I got this girl because I had this fly ass car. You understand what I'm saying? Now there's going to be girls who are going to gravitate to him because of the car, right? But if he's not even on top of his game and he don't know what the fuck is going on, he won't realize even what that means. You feel what I'm saying? So now he's thinking, I'm getting chicks because, you know what I mean, I got this car. But I'm like, yeah, you're getting these gold digging chicks that's just fucking with you because you got some money right now. So when you don't have the money, how do you get the chicks? You see what I'm saying?
That is true.
And so that's what I'm saying. Go ahead.
Right. And the thing I want to add on to that, I hear a lot of, you know, females say, and the women talk, but you know how it is with women, what they say, what they do. I hear a lot of females say, I can't mess with a nigga who ain't got his shit together no more. I dated broke, man, I can't do it no more. Now, from a man, I'm a man, but I can understand why they say that. Because, like I said, like I was taught, if you ain't got yourself, any woman going to try to fuck with you when you ain't got money together. You understand? So I hear a lot of women say that, if I can't mess with a nigga who ain't got this, who ain't got that, I understand that. Because if I was a woman too, I'm not a woman, but if I was a female, I don't want a boyfriend who don't have, at least have a job, have something. I want a man with ambition if I was to be a woman. And the same thing as a man. I want a woman who has some type of ambition, a hustler. You gotta be on your shit. You want to fuck with me.
Right.
So I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I always say, I fuck with AMS a lot, because he said focus on your purpose, get your shit together, and then you feel better. You dig what I'm saying?
But this is what I'm saying to you, though. This is what I'm saying to you. What I'm saying to you is this, and follow me here. This is what I'm trying to say to you.
Right.
If you get your shit together, right, and which you should, period. That's what I'm saying. It's two different fucking topics. The fact is that it's like this. You know what? You ever hear a person say, like, and I heard a lot of women say this, but you ever hear a person say, hey, I'm only going to get with someone who's Jewish, or I'm only going to get with someone who's Christian. Like, they're like, I want, like, the person I need to get with. Like you've heard that stuff, right? Now,
I never, not no Jew or Christian. I ain't never heard nothing like that.
No, but that's what some people say. Some people say, I only want a person who's this religion, or somebody might even say, oh, I only want a black guy, I only want a white guy, I only want a black girl, I only want a white girl. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, what happens when you do that is that, let's say for example, the chick is like, I want just a black dude or whatever, right? Now, she meets a black guy, so now she's like, oh, I got the black guy, but she still has to like that black guy. Like, she still has to get along with that black guy. So what I'm saying is, you can have your shit together, but you have to be a guy who has their shit together, who also knows how to attract a woman. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, that it's not just about you getting the shit together, because you still, if you meet a woman, let's say you saying that a woman is saying, hey, I want a guy who has his shit together, I want a guy who has his shit together. Now, she meets this guy who has his shit together. Then she's like, but why the fuck doesn't my pussy get wet? Why don't I want to fuck him? How come I have no attraction to him? You know why? Because he doesn't know how to fuck with chicks. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I'm saying is that it's not about you just getting your shit together to get women. First of all, you getting your shit together should have nothing to do with you even getting women, period. You see what I'm saying? That should be its whole we could talk about getting the shit together and getting all that stuff. I'm all for getting the shit together because you're supposed to. What I'm saying, though, is that you're not going to automatically get a girl because you got your shit together, because to get the girl you still need to know how to speak the language of attraction. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I always knew that.
Right.
I always knew that. Because I've been listening to your show for like 4 years.
Right.
I know what you're saying.
Right.
But it's just some guys, like I said before, you have to compensate for what you don't have. You have to.
But wait, this is what I'm saying. What don't you have? Tell me, what don't you have?
Me personally?
Yes. No, I'm just saying in general, because you're saying dudes gotta compensate for what they don't have. What don't they have?
Like I said, some guys may not have their life together, but they do have the tight game. Some guys.
No. But this is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, what do they need to compensate? They don't have what for what? What are they trying to get that they don't have? And what do they need to get? Like, you're saying that guys need to compensate. Like, if a guy doesn't have a tight mouthpiece, he needs to have money in a car, and that's the way he's going to get women. Is that what you're saying?
Some cases that's true.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you think that way, you're not confident. You don't have confidence. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not disagreeing with you. What I'm saying is that, like I said, you got some women and you got some men. Mm-hmm. Some men, no, listen, I don't got no game. At least I got my money right. At least I can do what get some ass. I'm gonna get ass for. You got to do what you got to do to get what you want. This is like a hustler mentality. Get it how you live. Women get it how they live.
Right,
so
but and also too,
you can't expect every nigga not gonna have every guy not gonna have a mouthpiece like that.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. Why can't he have a mouthpiece?
He could.
Okay, so why don't he? That's what I'm saying.
I can't speak. I can't speak for them.
And that's my point. My point is that, see, this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Because I agree with you that a dude, he's just gonna do what he's gonna do. Because before, like, I used to go hard on motherfuckers when they be paying for pussy and all this other shit. And I'm like, nigga, if you want to pay for pussy, that's on you. Whatever, you gonna do you. My thing is that the reason why dudes do that, why they pay for pussy, why they get the fancy cars and all this other shit, is because guys who use money and all this other shit to get pussy can't afford to get women for free. You understand what I'm saying? So this is why they do this. And so what I'm saying is, guys who do that, or they gravitate to that, they do it because they're not confident. Because you can't, it's like this. It's an oxymoron to say, I'm going to first get me my cars and my money, and then I'll be confident. It doesn't work that way. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing that makes you confident is what's inside you. So the thing is, you can do certain things. Like, you can make something happen and say, well, I accomplished all this stuff, so I feel good about myself because I accomplished things. That's different than saying I need a car and money so I can feel confident. You understand the difference? Because one is coming from inside. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not saying you need it, but like I said, myself, I felt more confident now that I have my life together, from being homeless to being having my own shit. I feel 10 times confident.
Right.
I can go up to 50 more women and talk to them because I feel better as a black man in America. I can go up and say, yo, what's up, baby? I got this, baby, what's up? My confidence going to be better because I feel better because I came from nothing to something. That's what I'm saying.
Right, and I see what you're saying. What I'm saying, though, too, is that all I'm saying is that you have to understand that way, and that way of thinking, though, is it's like you're on a high, and then it's going to come down to a low. Because what's going to happen is that you're basing how you feel and you feeling good. You understand what I'm saying? Based off of all these outside things. Because what I'm saying is, and this is why it's hard for guys to understand this shit. Is because what's happening is you're saying, I felt like shit, then I got these things that were outside of me, and now I feel good about myself. But the feeling good about myself is because of the outside stuff. So therefore, if the outside stuff disappears, automatically I'm going to feel bad about myself. Versus if I feel good, if I have shit or not. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's confidence. If I got the car or not, I'm confident. If I got the money or not, I'm confident. That's where the confidence really is. You see what I'm saying? Because then it can't be taken away from you. You understand what I'm saying? Because a dude like me, and this is what I used to do all the time just for shits and giggles. I would go into spots, see niggas who would be flossing, got the, you know, the car and all of that shit, and I would steal the chick that he's trying to fuck with. You understand?
I know.
So you know what I mean? Because just to be on some
happen.
bullshit.
Like, I know.
Because I know what he's doing. And so what happens is that the only reason I'm able to do that is because his confidence is shaky. He doesn't really have confidence. What he feels makes him feel good. I can take that away. You see what I'm saying? Because he doesn't have it within him. That's what I'm talking about. You see what I'm saying? This is why, you know, you got to get to the point where no matter what happens, no matter what anyone says, no matter what anyone does, no matter what's going on, you still have that confidence there. You still feel it. Because if you're looking at confidence as this up or down thing that just sort of like you know, happens and doesn't happen based off what you got, then your life is just basically based off of what, you know, what's happening to you at the time, and then you're all over the place. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's almost like, I mean, you're right. You know, like I said, everybody has, you know, their own lifestyle. Everybody has to get it however they got to get it. So, like I said, but I know I'm going my personal experience. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much what it is. You know, you gotta use what you got to get what you want, pretty much. You gotta have something where females will gravitate towards you to make them want to fuck with you. But like you said, confidence and tight mouthpiece will get you women with no issue.
Right, of course. And that's something. And that's something that every dude can do, regardless of the money he got, regardless if he has his shit together, all of that shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you would.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, that's it, you know. But like I said, you know, I'm about to get off the phone. I'm about to, you know, take it down and all that. But like I said, man, keep doing your thing. Keep preaching the word. Keep preaching that game. Keep putting these niggas on, man. I'm going to try to get out to the Bad Boy Summers on April, right?
Yeah, April 14th. Yeah, come through, man. That shit gonna be tight, bro. I'm telling you.
I gotta go on. Matter of fact, you gotta send me your email. Matter of fact, I'm on Facebook. You got me on Facebook, Nipsey Russell.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll hit you up
on there, but I don't think you ever respond to me. But I'm gonna inbox you your email. Inbox me your email. I gotta email you. Find out the information about the price, tickets, all that good stuff.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll send you the link and all that.
All right, definitely, no doubt.
All right, peace, bro.
All right, peace.
Peace. Later. Oh, man. Damn, what time is it? Fucking 6 o'clock? Shit. He's going in on this motherfucker. He's going in on this shit today. Damn, but yeah, I'll be trying to tell you cats, man. You got to understand what the confidence is, man. Got to understand what the confidence is, but I got to fucking go in a minute. AQI, he said, how do you build confidence? He said, so where does the confidence come from? The confidence comes from you. Just like how you are confident to get out your bed, walk out the house, cross the street, and do whatever the hell you got to do. You feel that you can make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So, you know, it comes from inside you. That's the thing that guys got to understand. This is why, you know, I can only give you tips and pointers. You have to figure it out for yourself. You have to see it within you. You understand? I can't show you the confidence you need to feel or need to see within yourself. I can't do it. You got to see the shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. But anyway, damn. So it's almost 6 o'clock. I got to get to the gym real quick. But yo, listen, guys, make sure you click the link below. Get How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Also, make sure you guys get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you go to MrLocario.com or click the link below to get that. You feel what I'm saying? And, you know, make that shit happen. Johnny Quest, he says, so if a dude not doing anything with your life, can you still be confident? Yes. Like, what is it? Like, look, first of all, the fact that you're on the earth, right? That means that you're here. You're here in this whole universe. You're here for a fucking purpose and shit. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know, the thing is, even if you're sitting at home, not doing shit, right? you still can be confident. See, if you keep thinking of confidence as you having to have shit outside of you happening to reinforce that you're cool, because that's just ego. That's your ego talking. You're like, well, this girl has to say I'm cute and then I'll be confident. I got to get money and then I'll be confident. I got to get a nice house and then I'll be confident. You feel what I'm saying? Why do you need the nice house to be confident? Because you want people to think you're a cool guy with a nice house. Why do you need all the money to be confident? Because you think, oh, well, I can't get the girl, or no girl's gonna want me unless I have money. Why do you need to have the super cool car to be confident? Because you think, oh, well, this car is gonna make people think I'm cool. It's gonna make women want to want to be with me because I have the car. So now if I take all that shit away, now what, you're not confident, and you can't be confident again until you get all that shit. Now you can't get girls until you get your car and your money and all that other shit. So again, you can use certain things as tools, meaning that if you do something well, if you do something good, then you can say, look, I'm a very good speaker, I'm a very good singer, I'm a very good rapper, I'm a very good artist, I'm a very good mathematician, I'm a very good listener, whatever it is. You can use these things as tools to say, since this is about me, I like this, it makes me feel good, it makes me feel the shit, and I'm confident about that. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you can get your confidence through your competence. You can say, oh, well, I know how to do this. I know how to do math. So therefore, I'm confident in doing math because I know how to do it. Moving on, you say you got to build the trust within yourself and build it up every day and learning, growing, and improving every day. Exactly. Johnny Quincy says, so just being confident without it being based on something is good enough. Exactly. Dude, listen, do you need something to be happy, or can you just be happy? You understand? It's a choice. See, the way that because the thing is, like, and this is why it's so hard to explain this type of shit, because it's like happiness. Like, in order for you to understand happiness, you have to strip away the bullshit that is not happiness. Meaning, thinking, oh, I need a lot of money to be happy. Strip that away. I need to be like the best looking guy to be happy. Strip that away. I have to have a really hot girl to be happy. Strip that away. You take all of that bullshit and throw it in the garbage. Then what happens is that you start to feel the happiness. It's the same way where it's like you got to drop something. If you have a toothache, in order for you to feel good with your tooth, you have to drop the toothache. You have to drop the sickness, and then you will feel how it feels to have good teeth, healthy teeth. So when it comes to confidence, right, you have to drop all the bullshit that you think you need to be confident. You feel what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Willie says society puts the burden of material possessions on men in order to provide for the women they may impregnate. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys, you gotta understand this confidence shit. I'm gonna have to do like a whole fucking another joint on that shit, because it's something that needs to be here. And some dudes will get it, some dudes won't. You know what I'm saying? Some dudes, it may take time. Just like we had the other caller. He said, yo, I just now realized what you were talking about. Like, I just got it. You see what I'm saying? But see, the caller who called just now, he was saying, well, I feel good because I got all of these things. Because he's still caught up in the feeling of, I am somebody now because I acquired all these worldly things. Known Hustle, you said your quest for monetary gain should be totally separate from your game with women. Exactly, dude. This is what I've been trying to tell these cats. And also, too, if you are using money in your game, that's a bonus. You feel what I'm saying? Use it to your advantage. Use it as a bonus. Use it as something that you add to your game. But if you're thinking that you need that to acquire the women, man, it's I don't know what to tell you. Some dudes gonna get it, some dudes not. But listen, let me see who's up in this piece. Got Wayne Brown, Marv K, Go To Juice, Known Hustlers in the building, Shaddy Ratty, and my voice getting all hoarse and shit. Enemies Defeated. Who else? Moving in Silence, Johnny Quest, King David the Handsome, AQI, Mav K, Savage, YT Gaming, Staying Ready's in the building, Ed J, Tanner Williams, who else? Rich Royalty, Beast of East. Got a lot of people in here. Who else? Alfonso. Frank Truth TV was in the building. Sean Steed, O'Milly. Jay was up in here the first minute. Scarface. But yeah, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And I will holler at you guys again on maybe Monday or Wednesday. Maybe one of those days. But again, make sure you guys click the links. Get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Also get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day. The ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. And I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.